I'm gonna try and be my
It's damn it,
good
Cameron. If only we were still having
role-playing
an
self
airship
here.
episode, we could have called this "Get Up and Get Down with the Signals."
Oh, Josh, we're recording.
Oh, if Josh's looks could kill, I would be dead right now, guys.
Oh, you're gonna be dead after this.
I would have immediately
You're
failed.
gonna die.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's
done?
103 degrees here in the summer, and if it gets 1 degree hotter, I'll kick your ass.
All right, Cameron, are you
And
recording?
kill.
Yes, we're recording.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Affirmative.
All right,
We're gonna...
Cameron, shut up. Welcome back, everybody. As we have a person to my right who always cracks a joke at the very beginning of the session. This is like a new thing that's become
Didn't even crack a joke. I was just trying not to laugh.
a thing. So that's a thing. The last time everyone sat here and played D&D together, you all embarked on a journey north to the Alluvian Forest. Finally getting to see most of the landscape. Everyone, I don't know, kind of looked forward to the road ahead. Once you arrived at the mouth of the Alluvian Forest, you finally saw the long-awaited monastery of the Stormstriders here in front of this great forest. Most of the party, except for Solace and Ivy, decided to take a look at what was going on down there and what the monastery was about. After meeting just so many different characters, from a werebear to a very tiny furbolg to just various assortments of fey creatures and regular creatures, everyone loved their time at the Stormtriders while continuing on for Cauldera. The next 2 days were spent mostly traveling, but a couple of the members of Hex decided that they would have a little bit more personal conversations with each other, learning a little bit more about each other and some of their fears, some of their drive and hopes and things. And as you all got to the outskirts of the Grimkey Mountains, you saw what a harsh environment these mountains were. Going into these dangerous mountains, you were all ambushed by many harpies and a couple that were riding winged beasts. After a very hard-fought battle, along with the help of Captain Tolda and her patron, everyone slayed the harpies, but not without losing a couple of their own. In fact, Captain Tolda lost 2 that day, and one of them another was also a traitor by the name of Henrik, having a branding on his chest of that of Eclipse Entertainment, something that Solace knew very well. With this kind of omen in the air, Captain Tolda made it her mission to get everyone to Cauldera safely by morning, and the rest of the party, being pretty battle worn, not dead or having any losses on their side, but pretty battle worn, decided to take a long rest and get some sleep. And what greeted everyone upon the next morning was the sight of a city, this once great city of Cauldera that has been carved inside a dormant volcano, now has a giant chunk carved or exploded out of the side of it. You are all here on the deck of the Spitfire, circling around, getting ever closer to the outskirts of the city, coming in close contact with the skyport here. What are you guys doing?
Still using the periscope. Well, finished talking with Solace and now using the periscope to just kind of look. At the spyglass, just kind of look.
I don't remember it looking like that before.
It definitely did not.
What the heck could cause that?
Excuse me. You hear a voice coming from the back near the wheel. Captain Tolda speaks up. Something on that size couldn't be anything less than an explosion or some kind of vast cave-in. That's my bet.
All right.
Well, they don't call this Boomtown for nothing.
You're actually probably more right than you think.
Kiki,
What?
if you could get up to the crow's nest and give me a better look at what's going on down there.
Of course.
Thank you. Everybody else, come up here, please.
Yep, sure thing.
You all kind of make your way up to the front, to the back of the ship, where the captain is, and she immediately implores all of you to think about how we're going to enter into the city.
Oh, that's a good
Rope
point.
ladder.
You know
Oh,
what I
man.
mean.
Plan time. Okay.
We're about 10, 15 minutes from making port. If you guys have a plan or something, you better make it right now.
Well, first things first, what are we doing?
I ain't got no
Solace-
business with that. I'll leave that to you lot. I'm going to focus on getting us in there.
Okay.
I'm going
Solace,
to have my crew make sure they don't look very well to do.
Well, Solace, I believe that's a question for you. What are we meant to do here? I mean, I
where
know
are we
you have
going specifically?
your ideas on how and why you want to make this place better, but where are we starting? As I guess the best first question.
I think for safety's sake, we should probably go to the place that's most likely to still be under, I guess, my control. So
Your control?
the slums. I wouldn't say control, but I don't control them.
Probably the
but,
place where you could hide the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So the slums being in the center?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Solace there, do you have a map of the city?
Do I?
I'm gonna go ahead and say you have a map of your own city. If you
Oh
want,
yeah. Okay, sorry.
if you want to look
I have it.
at the hangouts, that's like the rough map that I have out.
Yeah, my character has a map of his city.
Okay. Do you see the thing that I've drawn?
Yes.
Okay, you see that thing on the left with the circle around it?
Mm-hmm.
That is where Poller and the girls are at.
That's where we need to be.
So it is called the place is called the Ladies in Wait.
So we're approaching from the west.
You guys are approaching from the east, actually.
Oh, so we have to cross the whole city.
Yes. So you guys are in full view of the big gaping hole that's in the bottom.
Wait, why are we approaching from the east if we're looking at Meloria and we're always...
No. Okay, so you're approaching from the west. I'm talking about corresponding to this map.
Ah, okay.
So overall, yes, you are coming from the west.
All right. Overall, we're coming from the west, but this map is upside down. Okay.
Yes. It's kind of tilted a little bit. So this little right portion, this is the right portion is the way that you guys are coming in.
Okay.
So anyway,
So, should we land somewhere like off in the mountains and then sneak our way in? Because I feel like if an airship came in and tried to like land us down via rope, it would be really obvious. and
they've
people
already
would
seen us
see.
by this point, so might as well act like we're coming in on, semi-regular routine.
But even then, like everybody would see where we're dropped down at. Unless we all managed to fit inside of that little boat that
I
the
don't
little-
think that's going to happen, but I do.
Well,
think
I mean,
Captain's right. They've already seen us, and anything veering from normal now is going to make us look suspicious. So for now, the
Well,
best we can and should do is dock in the air
regular
yard they
port.
have here, and dock in the air yard they have here, and go from there.
Okay.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, they won't know that it's me just because the ship's coming in.
Are they okay
So
with that?
Are we going with the assumption that ambush back there wasn't premeditated?
I guess.
But they
I don't-
all
There's more?
like. Would they be okay with us landing at port?
They should be. It's a free port.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about this government.
I mean, I have to pay a toll, but that's part of why you hired me, is to get us in port.
All right.
Oh shit! This shouldn't play
So,
yet.
which side is the port on?
The port is going to be on that right side. So if you follow
Alright.
up the
All right.
trail, so there's two big trails that lead up the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the west side and the one on the northeast side. So for reference, Pocket, when you came in the first time, you came in from the northeast side. Or sorry, northwest side. My bad. You came in from the northwest side. And for
Okay.
your reference, Solace, whenever you were trying to escape from the northeast side
Mm-hmm.
before the gates got closed in on you. So
All right.
the skyport is up on the northeastern side, where kind of this big little or this big space is.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the ships are going to be porting, coming in.
Got it.
I also recommend you lose them crests real quick.
Oh, okay. I'd take it off and pocket it, I guess.
Is everybody taking their crest off?
I take it
I'm
off
going
and
to put
hand
it
it.
in my boot so it doesn't get
Well,
stolen.
anyway.
I'm just gonna take mine off and hand it to Vorksan.
Is everybody taking their crest off?
Did I hear this?
Yeah, she's shouting at this point.
Okay, then yes.
All right, everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I was gonna not take mine off. I was just gonna
You're
like
not?
pull my coat over it.
Okay, well, everybody except for
I mean,
Vorksan.
mine's not visible anyway. Like mine's kept under my pillow.
All right, well then the people who are taking theirs off.
I have nowhere to hide it. I don't wear clothes.
Just a second.
I just pin it onto my actual chest. I bleed, but it stays in place.
Staples it to the.
Okay. I got a 16.
So I got a 16. What was that first one?
9.
9. Okay.
Modified 20.
Okay.
11.
All right. So, Maven and Kiki, whenever as soon as you take off your crest, you feel a slight sense of incompleteness with yourself. You still manage to take it off just fine, but you just kind of feel that you're not whole.
I'm just going to keep it in my pocket.
All right.
This thing is creepy, and I put it in my bag.
Okay.
2 members become depressed.
2 members experience existential emptiness. But I definitely want to make sure, like my
No, it's more akin to getting winded, you know.
I definitely want to make sure my coat is like pulled over that and kind of buttoned
Okay,
up.
you want to like button
Yeah,
that
fully
up.
buttoned.
All right.
Probably look a little weird.
Everybody had your possessions in good places.
Solace, if these people know you, do you think you ought to be looking different before we get off the ship?
I mean, how much time do we have? I could put a disguise together.
We have 15 minutes.
I can't put a disguise together.
Wait,
So are
what
we
if you
going
had-
in?
What if you had two people who were proficient in a disguise kit?
I would make you roll and see if that works.
Yeah,
but
we can help.
do that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
I mean,
we can go down that road.
Solace, if we need to disguise you, then we need to disguise you. Do you feel comfortable going in there full you, or?
You know, considering I was last chased out of here, everyone was basically attempting to kill me. I probably should go with a disguise just to get us where we're going first.
All right, old man, woman, what do you want?
Dog.
Well, I've
Um,
actually the lycanthropy book I've been reading is kind of interesting. What if we gave you really long mutton chops, and maybe like some facial hair, like a mustache or something?
Is this
I
inspired by
might still have
somebody?
that beard with me.
Wait, do you?
Oh
still-
right, we made
I'm
a beard for
thinking.
you.
I mean, why would I throw it out? Of course I have it with me.
Never throw away a perfectly good beard.
Kiki puts it on at night.
All right, are you
It's
guys?
my
Are you guys
sleeping
doing this?
beard.
Yeah, let's do
All
this.
right, how many people wanted to help?
Not
I do.
me. I can't help this.
Okay, we got
Please.
1, 2, 3. Maven, are you helping at all?
I don't know how I could.
Okay. Well, then you're not
Honestly, the phrase "too many cooks" is occurring to me right now.
Well, magical.
Mage
I
hand.
feel like you all have a different idea of what I'm supposed to be looking like at the end.
That's why I'm
so
really excited
You
for
might
it.
want to
No, everyone go in. Everyone have your idea of what we want
can't make
Solace
it
to look like.
obvious.
All right,
Yeah.
what are you guys wanting Solace to look like? So we can roll for this.
Well, if you have a beard, we should.
Yeah, we should definitely incorporate the beard. Why not go for beard, the mutton chops, the whole 9 yards, facial hair?
I'm
How
not
much-
wearing mutton chops.
How much hair does Solace have?
Lots of fluffy floof.
He
Like-
has chopped
Short hair.
short hair,
All right, Solace, hear me out here.
like the kind of haircut that you would look at and be like, "Oh, that person cuts their own hair."
Okay,
You're right.
like a bowl cut s.
I do.
No, just like there's,
No.
like if you've seen like
I'm asking for length.
no,
It's
So-
like
So it's like
It's short.
closer to closer to military cut.
yeah,
it's like a few inches, right? It's got a little bit of length.
Yeah.
this is a little bit of length.
It's a few inches. It's like a normal haircut, except it looks bad.
Like imagine your haircut, Michael, but there's also like kind of cuts in the scalp a little bit where like you've cut the hair off and stuff. Have you never seen someone?
No, I do. I know what you're talking about. I'm thinking. I'm trying to be inspired by my inner cosmetologist here.
You
How have we
better
gone
think
8 months
quickly.
and none of you know what my character looks like?
Well, because we've never asked, and also we're all playing pretend here, so we're having to imagine things. All right,
another
Solace,
thing
hear me out
for
here.
instance,
So,
now.
Solace, are you absolutely disopposed to facial hair mutton chops?
The beard is fine. I don't want mutton
Okay,
chops.
Beard is fine. Mutton chops are out. All right. Does our disguise kit have glasses? Do I have to roll for this or no?
Do you want to look through? What's
Yeah,
in
I
your
want to
disguise
thumb
kit?
through the disguise kit.
It's a thumb through your disguise kit.
Oh, mine, it's like a regular disguise
Solace is
kit. That's
pretty
what mine
tall
has.
too, so maybe you should hunker down and kind of be like hunchback.
I didn't.
Oh, well, maybe.
You know, I feel like that would probably be a little too obvious, Bucket. I have cosmetics, hair dye, and small props. So, and a few pieces of clothing. Obviously, that's what's in every disguise kit.
Oh, is that okay? Cool.
Kiki.
Then let's hear me out here. They're looking for a young, strapping, brown-haired young man, right? What if
What character
we?
is?
Yes. Okay. Hear me out here. What if we dyed your hair a little bit, right? All right, and then this is gonna be the tricky part. What we're gonna do is, does anyone have a large staff, or is there any forested area nearby? We could get a stick.
These are mountains.
Okay. So what I was going to suggest is we find a staff of some sort, right? You bend one of your legs at the knee. We bind it so it looks like you have only got one leg, and you use the stick as like a crutch. So how's this sound, guys? dyed hair, one-legged. They're not going to be looking for one-legged Solace.
Yeah, but if we
Mhm.
do get in a fight, that's not going to be very good for him.
Ooh, that's true.
Fair.
And do you guys
you've got
realize?
10 minutes.
Fair, but we.
And do you
we're-
realize how long it would take me to navigate the city with a peg leg?
I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting
Yeah,
a
let's
beard
just-
on Solace.
Okay, and then let's
You
start
probably
with the
wouldn't
hair
mind
dye,
it.
right?
Let's keep it relatively simple, guys.
As they are busy.
Okay, would like a pair of spectacles be a small prop? Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Glass. Let's Clark Kent glasses. Dye the hair, maybe beard.
What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
Yeah, the beard was red.
The,
so
the disguise kit has dye in it.
Okay. What?
It's like Solace. What are you feeling? Are you feeling like a?
Solace has black hair. What are we,
that's
how are we
be
gonna
really
dye
hard
it? We're gonna have to
dye.
bleach it first, so we can't
fuck.
we
do
do not
that.
have the time.
Let's
So
try.
let's bleach the beard black.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good idea.
let's do that.
The
Yeah,
beard
let's
should
make sure the beard
probably
matches.
match.
Okay, cool. So beard is going black now.
I spin back around. I spin back around with the spyglass man going, guys. Then I hold up the spyglass man and says, "There's a giant hole in the wall of the city."
Oh
Yes, the reason.
Thank you,
you've been
Mikey.
that, 'cause you're
Ivy's just been
invisible
looking at the
out there, blah,
scenery.
Kiki, what'd you see down there?
What do I see?
Give me a perception check.
What do you want us to roll for the disguise?
Right after this.
24.
20 Jillian. Okay, cool. So, as you kind of look as far with your sharp eyes as you can, you notice that the area where the destruction is, it looks like it's kind of crumbled inward on itself. So if there was an explosion, it happened on the outside, then everything kind of crumbled under into itself. There also looks to be a lot of people exiting the city from both exits, and you also notice a few spare plumes of smoke coming from certain buildings in the city.
Guys, I think looks like people are leaving the city. This looks like something happened.
Is this
I
an
relay everything you said, basically.
It-
Creepy.
Where is the fire coming from? The outside or the inside?
It's, I imagine she said it was coming from inside the city. Buildings
Mhm.
inside the city were on
Inside
fire.
I mean, like that
all right.
center or the outskirts. I mean, like the slums or
Oh,
the fancy
like-
part.
Yeah, they were all around the city. There's like 4 or 5, and they were like one. There's a couple in the mid-tier part and a couple in the higher tier part. There doesn't look like
Okay.
any in
The fuck
slums.
is
So it's
going
not,
on?
it's not like targeting any specific sort of
Not
class.
that you can tell from way up here now.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay.
Anyway,
Continue with
with-
discuss.
Well, guys, with Kiki reloading, that's what the scene looks like right now. I guess that the
Okay,
the
so-
peg leg is definitely a no go.
so both
Pocket.
Vorksan and Solace, give me a roll with your disguise kit with advantage because of help from Pocket.
Oh. Cool.
And because
I'm an
if I'm
advanced
proficient, I add
proficient.
proficiency to that, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
also proficient.
Yes.
Oh. So that's gonna be 24.
What's yours?
I'm adding a 10.
34?
I-
You got a 34?
No, I said I'm adding 10. So I rolled a 10. Well, I
rolled a
rolled
10,
and added
okay.
up to a 10.
Okay, so
Wait, with advantage?
Yep.
Got it.
Solace,
Thanks, Roxanne.
so how this goes down pretty much for you is Pocket's actually helping set the beard in the right place, but Vorksan's kind of getting lost in the details, and
That's fair.
you managed to get more work done without him. So you managed
Sounds
to
right.
you managed to get this beard lightly applied. There's a little bit of dye in the beard. It doesn't look like it's a very good job for 10 minutes, but with a spare cloak that you had on one of the many dead bodies that are on the ship, that now the people are trying to get rid of before you get to the port. You manage to make yourself look like a very old man, and Vorksan does though one good thing by giving you a pair of spectacles that you can wear to make you look like an old man.
Vorksan doesn't know how to apply a beard because he doesn't grow one. 'Cause he's dragonborn.
Look, feathers, okay?
doesn't know the concept of hair and fur.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't either. All
So,
the guys in my race are bald.
for your specific needs, Solace, I'm gonna say for the next while, we'll go ahead and add a +3 to your stealth
Excellent.
to your stealth rolls.
Okay, Solace, give me your best different voice.
No.
Okay. No, you don't want to
Solace,
like
at least kind of hunch over. No tall man is going to be as tall
rough
as
it.
you are.
I said hunch over, and he won it. So
All right, gents, we're coming in. Everybody, don't look like they're stand-up people.
What do I do? What do I do?
So everyone is preparing, and Ivy's just kind of sitting there. You all start pulling into port.
There's really not much I can do to look inconspicuous, is there?
No,
Right?
not even close. I'm sorry.
Somebody wipe some blood on Ivy.
put like cloak. Just put the cloak.
Cloak.
Queen.
Anyway, you pull into this port. If you guys remember the port back home, it was very pristine looking and very well kept. This is probably the exact opposite. There's lots of loose wood everywhere, parts that have kind of collapsed and just not been repaired. Many of the ships you're kind of looking at as you pass into this port have various different etchings in them from various different kind of gangs or kind of pirate outfits. Not very welcoming people as you kind of come in, and people excuse me, I've already started staring at the boat. I've already started staring at the boat, and as you pull in and everybody anchors down, and Captain Tolder releases the the power supports. You hear one long, and you hear, you feel the boat kind of, and it kind of rocks everyone in place. And you are here in Cauldera.
Does anybody have an extra cloak?
For, I mean, not one of your size.
That's okay.
A moment passes, and everyone.
I need to speak to the captain.
All right. As you kind of come in, and you know, Captain Tolda is walking her way down to make sure everybody is okay and everything. You kind of take a moment to listen to the sounds around you. And there's a lot of murmur, but Solace, you notice this immediately. It's a very different vibe than what you're used to. While there's kind of the murmur of business and deals, and you know, maybe slight crying and weeping and stuff like that. There's a weird air here. A lot of the talking is a higher pitch. You can definitely see people going towards one exit. Though there still are plenty of people here. There's a lot of people you see leaving, and it's also the air around here is very warm as well. It's not hard to breathe, but it's definitely different for you specifically because you've lived here your whole life.
Gotcha.
So you walk up to the captain.
Are you planning on sticking around?
I was about to ask you all that. I had an idea if you guys are up for it.
Please.
Kind of looks at. So this place has already rubbed me the wrong way. I haven't been here in a long time, but I can tell it's gotten worse since I've gotten here. If you guys want, I can leave now and bring back something to help, or some kind of reinforcement or something. But I need to know that now.
What?
Is this for all of us to hear?
Yes, this is for everyone to hear.
I'm gonna give her 600 gold.
All right, you pull out a very sizable bag of coin and put it in her hand, and she just kind of looks at you like she's still waiting for an answer.
I gave her the answer. I said that would be a great idea.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I'm absolutely in agreement as well for counting other opinions.
I have no idea.
What are you
We
planning to
better-
bring back?
We got 2 other ships in our trio that I can bring back, hopefully to help if needed. Any of you have any kind of messaging spell?
No.
No.
Oh, wait. It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
I can try. But how far? Hang on. Let me look it up.
Pause.
Captain, if there are more of those mercenaries,
Yes.
Pretty sure the, like. mhm.
Hold on, I can look it up too if you need me to.
Okay.
I thought sending didn't have a range. It was just like a.
No, sending is like a high level spell, though, isn't it?
I think so.
Hold on.
Yeah, message is only like within 120 feet, but it's a cantrip. Yeah, and then
Message is a walkie-talkie.
Sending is
sending is a third level evocation. I don't
Okay.
think any of us even know third level spells yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we can.
Can someone send it to you though? That's correct, right? Someone can send you.
Yeah, I mean,
one.
you can send it to anybody if they've like met me.
All right.
Well, old Cap here is level 10, so she could definitely do that.
I don't know if Warlocks can
It's not really in my skill set to
multi-class, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
see?
not really in my skill set to.
Hang on, let me look for sending real quick.
I don't think it's in the warlock
No, it's not. I'm looking to see.
because if you noticed last week, dear old captain here is a warlock as well. So cool. Who just talked to me?
What was that?
that was me. Sorry.
How dare you?
I don't get cantrips, so I
Yeah,
can't.
Josh, it's you can send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. So they kind of have to know you.
Right. You would have to be familiar with the captain, correct?
The other
mean-
captains.
The person sending it.
The person sending it, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you'd have to get
I
like Delric or Ulrich or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of them know it.
Look,
They probably do.
if you allow me to go, I can be here within 2 days. That's the only problem. Is if I go back and get help, I can be back in probably a total of 4 days. That's if you need me, and if we do use this option, we are going to be in a little bit of hot water as far as relations go.
What does that mean?
Then let's
Well,
not.
you
If we show
Well,
up,
if you're helping,
if we show up with 2 other ships, three ships of a foreign flag
Captain,
all together.
Captain, I'm sorry. Can we find out what's going on before we send you anywhere?
Yeah, I can be here. Like I said, I'm here for what you need. But the longer I am here, the more likely.
We'll get back to you within the day. Solace, you should take us to your people so we can figure out what's going on and what we actually need here.
All right,
Well,
you see
I'm ready
her,
to go.
You see her immediately unbutton her her jacket again and take off her hat, and she kind of goes into her Lady Phoenix mode that you saw back during the fight, and she's kind of going into guard mode around her ship and belongings. All right, everybody else, we're guarding the ship. If a lot of you need anything else, you know where I'll be.
I just tell her to be careful, and then I'm gonna get off the ship.
All right.
I
if
go-
something happens and y'all get under attack or something, y'all go ahead and take off and, like, I don't know, hover somewhere if need be. Y'all don't have to stay if things go sour.
Thank you, Paul.
Don't worry about us. Okay.
Good luck. Kill one of them for kill one of them from a helmsman, okay?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. As two of the crewmen lower the bridge down to the port, you all walk down from the port down to where there is now solid ground, where there's kind of like a wooden structure that acts as the bridging point between the ground and where the port is. You are greeted with stairs, not actual, stairs like stairs from people. Stairs and spits and very various forms of vulgarity kind of walking at your way. There is a couple of people who aren't paying you any mind. They're just kind of doing what they do, and you all come down to where the the shipyard master here is. You just come in.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, pay the toll.
What's the toll?
Toll's 15 gold.
Is that the usual toll?
Nope, it was 10. Now it's 15.
Okay. I will contribute 5 gold.
I gave-
Anybody else?
5.
I have 5 there.
Thanks for doing business. Welcome to Cauldera. Enjoy your stay. He kind of gives you like a toothy smile, like.
Thanks, haunted house concierge man.
Ugh.
All right, Solace, where to? Lead the way.
So everyone is in
West.
in the outer area, this tallest area of the city, and everyone except for Solace, you kind of find a little bit, and maybe not Pocket as well because you're freaking Goliath, not but because you've been around mountains and stuff. It's a little hard to breathe here because of the elevation, but
Sure, it's hard for Maven to breathe.
not hard for
That's
you
fair.
either. But the temperature is definitely different from what you would expect from something at this high elevation. It is quite hot. Solace, like I was saying before, the ground is very hot to the touch.
Well, the city is built on a volcano, so.
It was built on a dead volcano.
Mm.
Anyway, you guys want to make your way anywhere?
I mean, I'm
We're
following
going.
Solace. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going
listening.
to.
Everybody follow the old man. And with Solace's ability to know the cities and everything like that, you're able to make a fairly good pace on getting where you need to go. And to paint a picture for you guys, you guys start walking west. And since you're in part of the richer part of the neighborhood here, you see some very pristine looking buildings. You guys actually cross Summit Realty, which is one of the 3 main merchant companies here. That is. Let's see. Do I have the picture here? I do. All right. Turn my thing on. Here we go. It looks like a big fancy S with a crosshairs on it. Well, this is upset. You get the idea.
Yay.
And everything there looks to be in pristine condition. There's various guards out there. You notice that these guards have a particular color armor on. It's like a black and yellow sheen coming off of their armor, and they all look very, very clean compared to the regular folk around here that you've been passing. They look like they have the ability to wash themselves at least once a day. But kind of going onward to the west, you pass through the areas that Solace and Pocket you've been through. You're not quite in the Boomtown district yet, but everyone notices the. That's yes.
I thought Josh was talking about the crater and was referring to that as Boomtown District.
I'm getting there. Hold on. But everybody can definitely see the poverty that is kind of stricken everywhere. So you'll look left and see a very tall building that looks very nice and pristine, and then look right and you'll see a shack that has either been collapsed or is dilapidated. And there's kind of people on the streets that are trying to immediately sell you things and trying to get you to buy certain things just to make a quick buck.
I to say something to the party.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep a very close eye on all of your pockets.
And I'm gonna need everybody to give me a perception check.
My money is hidden away in my shoe. What I can fit in there anyway. Oh gosh.
Everybody?
I have a passive perception of 16.
All right. Well, that definitely helps.
What about a fast perception of 13? Because my perception check was
Michael?
8.
Okay. So you feel a couple of kids kind of run through everyone, and a couple of you feel them bump into you, and you check your belongings, and you have not been taken. Nothing has been taken from you. The others that did not notice do not know if you have anything that has been taken from you or not.
Okay, so did I notice?
You definitely noticed a kid bumping your leg.
Okay, everybody check your pockets like right now.
Yeah, wait, did I notice?
What did you roll?
I got a 16.
Oh yeah, you noticed. You were at eye level with most of them anyway.
Rude.
That's not rude. It's just you can see them.
Did I lose anything?
Both of you are missing a few copper pieces.
Oh, okay.
Three. Let's say you missed 3, and Pocket you missed like 4.
What about Ivy? What was your roll, Cameron?
9.
Are you checking, Ivy?
Yeah, I was told to check.
Okay. You look down and you kind of count your money, and you could have swore you had 5 more gold than you currently have right now.
Ooh.
I mean, I got a handful from you.
Anyway, you make your way to what Pocket. You're kind of. Oh, I'm kind of remember this area a little bit. We're getting close to, and then you look, and you all see this big gaping crater that has been torn into the city. And almost comically, you see a little sign that is about 10 to 20 feet from where it should be, the Boomtown district.
Oh.
And there's a hole in it.
There's a hole where it should be.
Oh, I hope the fire flower salesman is okay. Oh.
I doubt it.
Pocket, there may be a little bit more than just that one salesman who is not all right.
But I knew the person, so it feels a little bit different.
Solace, you'll have to forgive me since I'm not around here, but Boomtown do they sell explosives, pyrotechnics?
Excuse me, sir.
Fireworks.
I heard you were looking for the remnants of what used to be Boomtown. You have a car,
Really just
sir?
passing
You've not
by.
adjusted to this air.
I suppose I haven't just quite.
Well, it is a shame what happened to Boomtown. Gone within an instant. But some of the sellers live. I myself can sell you the finest of explosives ware for the right pinosh.
Pocket.
How about some information?
I sell that too.
How about a trade instead of a sell per se? And I want to, out of my bag, pull out the bottle of malt liquor that I have.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of want to like slosh it just a little bit. How about a little bit of trade for information?
know your taste in liquor. Wait a minute. And he kind of grabs his little bifocals, rubs them off. You're a dragonborn, are you not?
I kind of look myself up and down. Oh my god! And I try to act as shocked as I can.
I like how he needed his
Check.
bifocals to confirm.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Fuck me. I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with it intentionally being bad. That would be a 8.
8. You see him kind of stare, and his smile, his merchant smile, go from a smile to a despicable kind of like frown.
He thinks you like.
He thinks you're mocking him.
Yeah.
You,
I absolutely am.
sir, should not be mocking someone, let alone a dragonborn. What are you doing in the city?
I'm looking for information, and I shake the bottle
Well,
again.
you can get out of here right now. And he
All right.
points to the right.
Can I buy something?
I just want to know what we're running from, I suppose. And I kind of go to put the bottle in the bag, trying to be as obvious that he's missing out as I can be, putting the bottle back up.
Get your blue hide out of my face.
Hang on.
Excuse me, sir. I happen to be
What?
a huge fan of explosive things. I think they're lovely. And I'm sure you're a great salesman. If I
Feel
buy something, can
Bad
you...
right here, and I'll give you what you seek.
What?
What? I mean, that's kind of...
We have
Harsh.
a dragonborn on our soil. Must be killed.
Hang on.
I kind of feign a look of shock, and then I turn to Pocket immediately. Like you could even take me, and with my eye that's kind of like not facing him, because I'm kind of like I wanted to stand in between the two of them, and with my eye that's not facing him, I don't want to wink at Pocket. Like
Oh
you
my
could do
goodness,
anything
you're
to me.
right! How come I didn't even
Noted.
consider this? Yeah, I could totally take you.
You lot aren't from here, are you?
What?
Can't say
gave
that
it
we are.
away?
We're a
I
little
certainly
well
wasn't
mannered
born
to
here.
be from here, from the seams of things.
Well mannered.
Honestly, yeah.
I can definitely take out.
I'm
We-
getting tired of this
we
interaction,
won't
so I'm
be-
This
just
guy
gonna knock
is
this
so
guy
weird,
out.
guys. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
I'm gonna
Hello?
like grab.
hear me?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay.
You want to do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Solace, but I'm also gonna grab Vorksan by like one of the horns or whatever, just start dragging.
Fuck you for starters. You can grab my collar. I've not got
Doesn't
horns.
have a horn.
Oh,
Are you trying
damn.
to do this sneakily, or are you just gonna punch this dude?
I'm tired of my.
I'm just gonna knock him the fuck out
All right, go ahead. Give me an attack.
because I'm tired of his bullshit.
Yeah, right. This guy doesn't make any sense at all.
Guy's racist.
I just want to go on record and say
Ooh,
the one
that's gonna be an 18.
All right, you clock him. Give me a damage roll.
What do I roll for? This is a D4, right?
A D4 halved.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's gonna be what happens if it's a 3? A 2?
I don't know. It's
Or
a
1?
Okay, so you knock him square in the jaw, and you even see like a tooth just, and he falls to the ground, but he slowly gets back up. Oh, God! Good.
Is there a
Oh,
building around?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
grab Solace and I'm gonna book it.
There are several buildings around here. Yeah.
Are we near one?
Yeah. I mean, there's.
Do they
there's
look abandoned?
They're. You're not sure. I mean, a lot of them are dilapidated. The ones that aren't are merchant stands.
Can I?
We book it to the nearest like public shop or something. I don't know. And
I
hide behind a building or something.
So is this guy on his feet again?
No,
Oh,
he's
alley.
like getting up.
Cool. I get on top of him and I put my knife to his fucking throat and I tell him to be quiet.
Ah!
I'm tired of your racist bullshit.
What are you?
That's a really rude question.
Guys!
Like I said, I'm really tired of your racist bullshit. Now,
This is
we-
really attracting attention.
Then
Yeah,
find us
maybe
someplace to go.
Solace and Kiki, you notice that there are 3 yellow and black armored guards that have started walking.
Okay, you know,
Oh, God, I
I
run and
I
hide.
grab who I can. I grab Maven. I just
No.
yeah, no, too late. I grab you.
Yes, try. Try it.
You want to attempt to grapple
Yes.
Maven?
Yes.
This seems
Grapple.
familiar.
Dang it! Come on, dice.
Look at what Cauldera's brought out in us in just the first few seconds.
Oh no, it is levels of toxic that you aren't capable of dealing with.
It's a 7. I rolled a 7.
I got a 14.
Ha!
Maven
Yeah,
slips from your grasp.
We're in upside down land, so don't.
Did I run and hide yet?
Okay, yeah,
You're running with
I-
Ivy in pocket.
Yeah, I see them kind of take off, and I'm gonna kind of like look at the old man and stick my tongue out and take off after them.
Hey,
I-
Maven, what?
As I,
I go
leave.
too.
Go
Good luck.
on.
Press the point of my dagger into his just his neck, just a little bit.
Okay.
And honestly, right now, Maven is just wondering, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
While Maven is doing that, I would like to rip a piece.
Wait, say that again.
Rip a piece of ass.
I want to rip a piece of my cloak off and gag him.
Okay. So you kind
Oh
of
my
fall on
God.
a piece of your cloth.
There it goes.
Hey, Maven,
Yes.
grab an arm.
Okay.
And then we're gonna follow them.
I keep my like dagger like still like at his back as we like drag him along.
All right.
My goodness.
Barely dodging the guards who are right around the corner with that roll. You manage to kind of take a detour around this giant crater in the earth. Around you have taken a beeline towards the deepest and poorest parts of the city. A lot less guards here, so good on you guys for deciding that.
I think luck is the word.
Solace, where are you going? You're running through the streets with a person who is gagged and trying to scream through the gag.
And everybody
I wanted
notices,
to-
of course.
Look, Solace, no, I wanted to go to like an abandoned building.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, so we're going toward that. We're not like
Okay, all right.
I'm not dragging him all the way to the fucking brothel.
Okay, all right. Is everyone going to the abandoned building? Trying to look for an abandoned building?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, we ran off without them, so
Yeah,
I don't think
okay.
we know.
All right. So you ran off in the direction that I was saying, and Solace and Maven, Solace, eye what looks to be a dilapidated house over on the right. You just kind of shove him in, and there's just kind of dark, no light in here or torches or anything. There's a little bit of light peering in from the sun.
I'm gonna tie him up.
alright. I take the gag out of his mouth and I'm like, don't say a word.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm gonna ask him some questions.
Okay, well, I'll tie him up first. So,
Wait, are you not talking about the man that the guards are going to right now, are you?
You
No.
are gone.
Yeah, we are
the
so
rest
far
of
gone.
Ivy, you're not with them.
and also they were so
Oh,
far gone from the
never
guards.
mind.
So.
Sorry.
yeah, no, we're all home free. You guys just ran off in an opposite direction. So, you're now lost in Cauldera.
Yeah, well, yep. We're together. So we just split the party, that's all.
Fine.
Been in the
Because y'all got scared.
Actually, it's probably been a total of like half an hour. But anyway, you're here with this man who you have tied up.
Okay. Question 1.
A little bit of bead of blood kind of running down from his neck.
I
As you get a better look at him, he's kind of lanky, but he's not tall. It looks very slimy. Not like to the touch, but he's like a slimy individual.
before I ask anything, Solace, do you know what is this about Dragonborn? Do you know anything about that?
Okay, free check. Solace.
Okay. 13.
You remember something about since Cauldera and Dumrev are amongst the older cities in the realm. They they naturally competed with each other, hence the name of the city. Cauldera, the city of class, and Delmura, the city of glass.
Cauldera is about to be the city of ass.
So there's no. I look at the greasy dude. What is this about having to murder Dragonborn when they enter the city?
They're not allowed here.
Does that mean that you have to kill them?
Or turn them in, which will get them killed anyway.
You're gross. Okay.
So, what happened to Boomtown?
I don't know. It blew up.
When?
No, about a week ago.
Why has no one heard about this?
No one. Everyone in the city's heard about it.
No. How come other towns, villages haven't heard about this?
No one gives a shit about Cauldera.
That doesn't
We
mean
don't give a
news
shit about
wouldn't. No. Listen. That doesn't mean news doesn't spread. Was this intentional?
How would I know? I'm just a merchant.
Hmm.
Do you want to search him real quick, David?
Sure.
All right, you kind of search him a little bit, and give me a investigation check.
Natural 20.
Okay, your eyes are immediately drawn to his where his ankle meets his thigh, and you see this symbol. Tattooed on it.
Okay. Do I know what that means?
You do not. You can ask Solace.
Yeah, I show it to Solace. Solace, do you know what this means?
With a 12, do I know what it is?
That is the universal symbol for the Merchant King.
For the merchant what?
For the Merchant Kings.
Oh.
All I know is there's some ruffian, some vigilante out there. Oh shit, the lamp. Oh my god. Alright, sorry, that was a little bit of freak out. There's been some vigilante running around town, burning down places, costing us a lot of money.
That doesn't seem like such a bad thing.
I think they might have done it. If it is one person or more.
Do you know what this person looks like?
No, I have no idea.
Do you know who would?
Maybe some of the town folk. They've been cheering for the goddamn thing.
You said maybe it's they. Who are you talking about?
I don't know if it's a person or if it's a group of person. I mean, they exploded a whole district. It can't be just one person.
You probably didn't mean to blow up half the town.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, I think that's all I need out of you.
So, if Dragonborn aren't allowed here, that's fine. We're gonna be in town for a while, though, alright?
Probably.
And if anybody, I look to the guy, if anybody messes with my blue Dragonborn friend, I'm coming back to you. I don't care if it was you who turned him in or not. So I suggest you keep it to yourself all the same.
We'll see. And he spits in your face.
I mark his face with my claws.
Are you just gonna drag your claws across his face?
Yep.
Like that, babe.
Okay.
Let him know.
So I can find you again.
Give me a D4 damage.
I mean, that's what it would be.
Yeah, I know.
This got really raw all of a sudden, and I'm pleased.
That's a 1. Just slight scratches.
Okay, you scratch him along the face, and he doesn't pass out, but he's close.
I mean, like, all across his face, like, diagonally,
Yeah.
all the way down. Okay, And I look him in the face and I'm like, just so I can find you again.
Are you good, Maven?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
You
I'm
want me
gonna
to
hit
fight
him
up
again
or
to
what?
knock him out.
All right.
Oh, natural 20.
You fucking knock his ass out.
Yep.
He's gonna be.
And I'm gonna gag him again just for good measure.
Okay.
And then I guess we need to sneak on out of here and try and find the rest of the party.
Yes, you do. You can
New
kind of adjust.
character development. Maven doesn't like racism at all. Okay.
You kind of adjust your disguise a little bit to go back into place before you.
I try my damnedest to fucking just get my cloak out and cover my wings, like fold them really tightly against me.
Okay, you kind of looking like Dracula a little bit with.
Yeah, whatever. And just like put my hood up and just like this shit is never gonna work.
All
Look,
right.
everyone here already kind of looks pretty suspicious. It's fine.
All right. Everyone else, are you still walking, or have you kind of like, what are you guys doing right now?
We're probably like slinked up against a building or something, right?
Okay, just kind of waiting it out for a minute.
Yeah.
For what?
I've probably moved. Ivy's probably moved a little bit down the road.
All right, Kiki, what do you do? Are you following everybody's leader?
Yeah,
took
I'm
off
hiding
first.
behind
Okay,
Pocket.
Borksan,
okay,
are you sunk against the wall with Pocket and Kiki?
Yeah, I want to also pull, like, for what I can, kind of like pull my face into my arm as much as I can, because imagine the jacket that I had kind of went arm's length.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of like pull that forward, like pull my arm kind of to the edge of my hand and kind of cover my face so that it's not
Right.
super obvious that I am a Dragonborn.
Okay.
Especially after that little incident there.
All right, can we try to find the rest of the group?
Yeah. Solace, it doesn't take you that long because you know the city. You managed to go a couple blocks to
Find a tall person.
to the south, and Pocket, do you want to like give me a perception check real quick?
Oh, yes. Ooh. 19.
You hear out of the right of your ear, Solace. Psst, psst, Solace, over here.
It's a passive perception of 9.
Yeah, I have really shitty perception. So.
David, you hear this like glaring in your ear, but
It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, with that natural 20 investigation, did I find anything else on him?
I mean, you were looking for the only thing that's on him is the brand, some money and papers for his employment with Merchant Kings.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I want those.
Okay.
Alice, did everything go okay?
The
Yeah,
money,
we're fine.
Money ends up being something like
Were you followed?
gold.
No.
Okay. What the heck?
How much?
Yeah.
Sorry, what, Josh?
The money ends up being like 20 gold.
Cool.
Sorry, I forgot.
What the heck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah,
What
real
What do
quick,
you
guys,
mean?
I
What
think
the
we need to
heck
have a
is wrong
chat.
with this?
We're not supposed to attract attention, and you
Yeah, we
attract
got lucky
attention.
there.
One, I never agreed to that.
Yeah, I mean, the disguise is as far as I'm willing to go, and I'm not going to put up with someone's racist bullshit just because I'm trying to go under the radar.
Yeah,
No, the
but
guy
you
is
guys are putting
racist.
all of us at risk here. Like we came here as a group. We're trying to help each other, and when you do rash stuff like that, I mean that's putting all of us in danger.
And
I
also,
think
there's
it's
a
something
lot
we
of-
should talk about. First.
Yeah, there's a lot of racist people out there too. You
Mhm,
can't be
especially in
with
this
all of them.
town.
You can't just go around and beat everybody up because they're racist.
Not everyone, just the ones that are being assholes about it.
Which is probably a lot of people here.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
like
of people.
half this. half
Hey
this-
guys.
I turned to Vorksan and I'm like, Vorksan, if you ever feel unsafe, which will probably be all the time now, just tell me and I'll cast invisibility on you.
Hold on, I'm giving him the mic.
I will definitely let you know, Maven, although I hope that doesn't happen too much more often. What did you find out about him? Does he just hate Dragonborns?
No, actually, that is a citywide thing, apparently.
Oh, that's good.
It's going to be
Yeah,
a recurring
which is why I
thing.
brought up invisibility.
How come nobody told us about this ahead of time? You think we would have been like, oh, hey, we're going to Cauldera, and they would have been like, oh, hey, by the way,
My guess
Would have been
Dragonborn.
good to know.
My guess is it's
As
not
everybody
very well
kind of
talked
looks
about.
at Solace.
Yeah, my guess is it's not very well talked about, and there probably aren't any Dragonborn here, so Solace, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't really pay attention to that shit, and I've never seen a Dragonborn until I met Borksan, so.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, Solace, and I give Solace like the sauciest wink I can manage. I'm so glad to be your first. But really, realistically, guys,
This is also
Yeah.
hilarious because Solace hates orcs.
I mean, that,
I do, but not because he
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a Dragonborn.
but
Solace
realistically,
hates everyone,
guys,
regardless of race.
if
Opportunity haterade.
Break character, damn it!
if I'm going to stand out like a giant blue sore thumb, I can wait at the ship if it's easier for us. I trust you guys can gather information without me.
No, Forkson, we
No.
need you. Are the sneakiest person here.
Mhm.
We need you.
You and Keith
Forkson.
far often outperform my sneaking capabilities. Maven's handy with a dagger, as as they've demonstrated recently,
On
and that
Ivy,
kind of
literally
yeah,
the only person.
yeah,
You're not-
that's fair.
You're not. Just stick with us. We'll take care of you, okay? We're
Yeah,
just.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take vacation while we're doing all the work.
Okay.
I mean, I certainly didn't say I was going to take a vacation.
I
said
know,
I was going to
I'm
stick with the
joking.
captain.
Um,
But if you guys
I have a
feel apt
question.
to fight the entire city on account of my race, then I'm more than happy
No,
to stick around.
Just,
I mean,
you just
absolutely.
stick your nose as far as you can in your hood.
Or like, Solace, how far is it to your brothel?
I don't know. How far is it, Josh?
Josh.
Let me use my powers of knowing things.
More like powers of pulling things out of your ass.
Hey, either will do in a pinch, man.
Well, since you kind of have to
It's
go
funny because
around the cauldron of where people fish here, it'll probably take you another 30 minutes to get over there. But that is with the speed of which Solace can travel. If you manage to dodge guards and ne'er do wells along that way, you could probably get there pretty quickly.
Yes,
All right.
let's
Can
dodge
I,
all the guards, please?
DM, can I assume that Vorksan is definitely going to stick out and draw attention?
No.
Don't assume that.
First-
okay, well, maybe
first of all,
You can
I would
do
like
that
to
yourself.
Go out on a limb and assume that I always stand out.
What I'm trying
personally.
to say is, that guy was an old crotchety, bitch. What
Yeah.
you can assume is at least the old people here are very volatile towards Dragonborn.
Okay.
So you might be careful around merchants or around places of business.
Solace, do your colleagues discriminate? Choose their clientele based on race?
I
I don't think Solace would be friends with them otherwise.
wouldn't say so, but we don't really get a lot of that kind of business.
All right. Well, I think that's the safest bet for us right now.
Agreed. Let's just
I
not
just-
talk to anybody until we get there. All right. All right.
Can I clarify something?
Yeah.
Did Ivy tell the rest of the group what I told her?
I did not have a chance because we just railroaded straight into everything.
Nope.
We literally have no idea why we're here. We're just
Yeah.
following Solace.
Yep.
Except for
So
Ivy.
if you want, I can do that now. I would like
want to do
to.
this in the middle of the road.
I would like to do this as we continue walking.
Yes, can we walk and talk?
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
You guys make your way there. Go ahead.
Oh shit! No, wait. I cast invisibility on Vorksan because I don't want like somebody to see
All right.
a Dragonborn in the brothel and then the brothel like have like all this shit go down.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yep.
Works in having never been invisible.
You guys
before.
decide to
Oh no,
while
the
you-
nips will be.
you,
Shit.
you guys decide to walk that way and talk, barely managing to escape the gaze of two guards that are in a black and blue sheen of armor. Solace, you know these as the Eclipse guards.
Ooh. Ooh.
I was gonna say, Vorksan, having never been invisible before, you guys have all seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right? You know the intro bit where Star Lord is like dancing on his way.
Oh,
I'm
heck
basically
yeah.
doing that. I'm kind of hanging behind the party so that I'm not. Yeah. So, so that I'm not bumping into people and like the crowds that we may be going through, kind of like weave around you guys and then close back in. So I'm on the backside, but I'm basically like having a ball, kind of on the backside of the party.
Are you like humming to yourself? Like,
Yeah. No, definitely, straight up.
do we hear that?
No, like to myself, like in my head.
Oh, okay.
Maven could hear me, I guess.
Okay, guys, you're.
I mean, I
walking
could if you
towards-
wanted to talk to me. Then yeah, I guess you could just annoy me.
All right.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna relay to all of you guys that I came here to finish my business of shutting down these merchant kings.
Rad.
So the whole not trying to get noticed, not trying to do anything crazy, that's not gonna last for too long after we get started here.
But we haven't started yet, so let's just.
Yeah, I do. I know you guys, a lot of you may not be that into this whole thing, but
I don't really know much about merchant kings or whatever. I'm not. I really have no point of view on this kind of thing because I don't really understand any of it. So,
well, they basically here hell for anyone who doesn't have an extreme amount of money, as you probably have noticed so far.
that's pretty unfair.
Yeah, and it pisses me off. So I've spent the past 5 years actually working on dismantling a lot of their control.
Wow.
Hang on. Out of character, I'm sorry. How old is Solace?
He's 17. He's been doing this since he was 12.
12. Great. Great.
That's a really big task. What got you into that kind of thing?
I was introduced to a lot of these assholes through the brothel, and I really just didn't like their attitudes. So, and I don't like the way that they've fall apart. And so instead, I'm going to dismantle them. And
I have another question. What is a brothel?
Right before that, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt, but I need a stealth check from everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
You don't.
It's a 19 plus 1.
So a 20.
Wait. Okay. You don't get any. What about your stealth disadvantage or whatever?
Who?
Don't you have a minus something to stealth because of your armor?
You
Yeah.
mean my medium armor?
yeah. She doesn't wear heavy armor.
I don't
so
wear
she
heavy.
doesn't-
Well, it also okay. Whatever.
To answer your question, no, I don't take a penalty.
Alright,
Oh, Vorksan, you have advantage.
just roll.
Pocket roll to 10.
10. Okay.
15.
Let's just say I probably passed.
22.
Kiki.
11.
All right. Well, I mean, like the group as a whole passes. Yeah, the group as a whole passes. So you're
Yay!
you manage to duck into an alleyway as Ivy and Ivy are kind of nestled up against Sauce right now, and he kind of points over as you finally see, which has been interesting because these are usually the most prominent of the ones that are in the city. Guards that are wearing a black and red sheen with a hexagon like O and ever expanding C's in their chest. This is the Oracle Corporation.
What a beautiful.
I'm writing down so many things, but I don't know what they are.
Which is the third Merchant King logo.
Oh, okay.
So, in case anyone didn't write that down, that is the Oracle Corporation, Eclipse Entertainment, and Summit. Right.
Eclipse. Oh, we're,
What?
nothing.
Eclipse Entertainment.
Oracle Merchant Corporation, Eclipse Entertainment, and Summit Realty.
Summit Realty.
These are some interesting fellas.
I really like these names.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go on with the brothels. I just wanted to.
Why do I have to explain everything? Other people know what brothels are, right?
I know.
Morton rolled a 26 for stealth, and he's unusually quiet at this moment, realizing that Pocket's question asked, and you guys are suddenly less aware of Vorsan.
No, I answered Pocket. I'm just like, it's a place you pay for sex.
It was some place I was told to avoid.
Pocket's just like silent, like staring off into the distance, into the void.
Traumatized. Oh boy, wait till the end of this arc, Pocket. All right, so we should keep moving, right? We're still moving.
Do you have another question, Pocket?
You guys probably have about 5-10 minutes before you get there. Solace, you're it's coming back to you now a little bit. You're able to kind of get through alleyways a little bit faster. You even kind of spot one or two little shrines that you have made on the way.
Yeah.
Though you haven't seen priest. Is it Haben? Is that how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Haben. Okay. You haven't seen him in your travels here, which is a good thing. You know, he's probably hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Pocket, do you have another question? Because it seems like you did.
No.
Okay.
Traumatized.
And I want to continue. Just tell them.
Okay.
So I don't know how interested any of you will be in helping me out with this, but if you do, I can pay you.
Look, my entire philosophy in life is very similar to yours, even though we go about it different ways. I'm willing to help you.
I told you I was going to help you.
Solace, I know we don't agree, but I won't take your payment. I will help you, though. You are a friend and a comrade. I see eye to eye with you, as well as Maven.
Mm.
I'm here too.
Me also.
Okay.
What are you saying?
No, same. Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I don't need money. You're a friend.
Well, I mean, I don't need it either, so I guess.
I mean, Solace, I'll take your money.
Yeah, I was going to try and find a way to say it because
I have an
In case you guys haven't noticed, in the past 8 months, Solus doesn't spend money on things. Considering he's wearing the same clothes that he came there in and all that shit, and he didn't buy a room at the tavern and whatever.
Saving up those pennies.
Not really saving. I just don't see any reason in buying new shit.
Mm.
Although I did give all the money that I had to the captain of the Spitfire.
All right. So you weave through a couple more places. You see a couple of brothels left on the right. Most of these aren't in very pristine condition. People calling out to you of various different assortments of kinds of people. There are ones devoted to specific races. There's ones devoted to specific kinds of tastes and stuff like that.
Wait, calling out.
What?
What kind of call outs are these again?
Trying to get customers.
Ah, gotcha.
To the brothel.
Okay, so
Well, it's
okay.
not just brothels. It's like brothels. There's gambling in some places. You know, any place where you can spend your money. These is just filled with down here. Um, and you kind of come up back up through a little bit of the elevation to where there's a little bit of a quieter place. Um, Solace, you see this as your little kind of carved out area of peace almost. This is the area that you have done most of your work in. So a lot of the assholes that you've killed and guards that you've either killed or gotten over to your side or whatever version of that is kind of as you're entering this area, it's kind of filling out this sphere to the sphere or circle, for lack of a better word, of influence that you kind of carved out here. That your work of 5 years has gotten you is kind of in this little space here.
Mm-hmm.
And you come up this north street, and as you kind of turn right there on the corner of this north, what names we got here? Hold on. Right on the corner of
Happy and healthy.
Ash and Obsidian Avenue is the Ladies in Wait brothel and haberdashery.
Mhm.
Haberdashery.
Just
Oh,
to
wow.
check real quick. Haberdashery is a hattery, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
And it looks in pretty pristine condition, though the lights on the outside don't look like they seem to be on right now.
Well, it is the day, so. So I'm going in. This is my house.
All right.
All right,
Alright.
I follow.
Knock on that door.
Here slowly.
I'm knocking on the door. Okay.
Yeah, because it's locked. It is locked.
I can pick it, can I?
Do you want to just pick it instead of knocking on the door?
Yeah, why would Solus knock on his own door?
Do
Okay.
you have a
Why
secret
would
knock?
Talos?
I left home without a key. I'm not gonna knock. I'm just gonna sit in my own house.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
What do I add for that? Sleight of hand?
No, you just.
If you're proficient with lock picks, you add your proficiency to it. But other than that, it's just your dexterity.
Oh, okay.
I believe, right?
I think so.
That sounds right.
Feel like
Then 17.
17. Yeah, you hear one tumbler click, the second tumbler click, the third tumbler click.
Mm. I'm gonna put some WD-40 on those.
You begin to walk in, and of course, most of the lights are off. It smells of incense and sex in here.
Mm-hmm.
Bank weed.
Just the way Solace likes it.
Familiar but warm smell. But you don't see Poller anywhere.
Is it dark?
At least in this open hallway. Yeah, it's dark in this open hallway. Yeah. As you know, Solace, this open hallway is just more of the entrance into where the whole brothel house is. You see, pictures of various sexy women and men of various different races and kinds are at display here.
Really quietly to Solace, I want to.
You're still invisible, by the way.
Well, but still quietly to Solace. Solace, I thought we were meant to expect people here. Am I wrong?
I mean, this is where the people are, but they're probably asleep right now.
Just as you say that, Solace, you hear the door that is ahead of you slam open, and you get clocked in the face.
Okay.
It is a familiar clock in the face.
Uh-huh.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, it's disguise.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna rip. Can I rip that beard off?
Yeah, you immediately rip that beard off. Wait a minute. Oh my God! Come here. You see a pretty tall and kind of beefy woman who's wearing very beautiful silk garments, like a madam would, and she is offering you over to come over.
I say things haven't changed.
Fucking scared me. Get over here. Come on.
It's been literally 2 weeks.
She pulls
Yeah.
you in and she gives you a hard hug. You know, it's quick, but you know, you hasn't seen you in a while, so she actually
Hmm.
wants to give you a hug.
Well, I also kind of like disappeared out of nowhere. They probably. I mean, I know I wrote Poller, but
You kind of deserve that, leaving us for what is it now? 2 weeks.
I mean, I was being chased.
3 weeks.
Yeah. How the hell did you get out of here anyway?
Teleporting.
Doesn't matter. Come on in. Who are these assholes?
I guess.
Are they customers? Did you bring me customers?
Hello,
mm.
we are Solace's friends.
You know,
guys-
probably not customers. But you know, I'll let them decide that on their own.
All right, come on in. I just got up.
I take off my cloak because my wings feel cramped.
You kind of enter in the actual brothel space proper. It's very warm colors in here. Lots of like reds, pinks, and violets, kind of encompassing the room. And there's a smell of like tobacco and like sweet incense and everything. Just have a seat. You guys need anything? Get it yourself.
Where?
Solace, I need to talk to you when you have a minute.
Sure. Just, I'll be back, guys.
Okay.
Good luck.
You follow.
Thanks
Paula
for
up the
introducing
stairs.
us.
We'll get to that in a second. Very warm welcome. You think?
This is going to be like when you wake up when you're staying over at a friend's house, you wake up before they do, so you just kind of like sit
Yeah.
Yeah.
around.
So there looks to be various kinds of liquors and stuff at the bar at the front of the brothel here, with a very nice bar, and there looks to be a very groggy looking old man at the table who's kind of washing a glass. Doesn't seem to be looking at your direction or anything like that. Doesn't give a shit. And over to the left, everyone, is a very small area for purchasing of various gaudy hats.
Ooh, I go over and look.
All right.
You said gaudy hats, and you honestly didn't.
As you guys are looking over there, Solace, you follow Poller up to the second floor, which is where the living space is. I'm sorry, the third floor. So the second floor is where the rooms are, and the third floor is where the living space is. And she opens up the door here, and you see many of your fellow employees just kind of sprawled out, laying, sleeping on each other,
Hmm.
as they would do. Where did the thing go that I wanted to do? I'm sorry. 1 second. Play. No, wait, that's not the one. No. Shit, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's like it's a game. We're grateful. Judge.
All right. Got that thing, got this thing. She offers you some of her brandy that she only offers on occasion, as she sits down in one of the unused chairs.
Why are you giving me this? You never give me this.
Got some bad news, kid.
Oh, is this about Boomtown?
No, but that was pretty bad.
Well, what the hell's happened in the past 2 weeks?
Well, I found out some shit. Some good, mostly bad. I didn't know if you had told your friends or anything. I didn't know if they should hear this or not. Mostly, I wanted to check and make sure you were still Solace.
Who else would I be?
You know, people change.
In 2 weeks.
Bitch, I might.
Anyway, and she kind of pours you a glass, pours herself a glass, and she just chugs that immediately.
I guess I'll throw it back too.
I found out that most of the work you and I did, getting them bastards,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even scratched the surface.
How's
we
that
got
possible?
we got a few. We got a few of the good ones. I'm talking about and she kind of does this situation. I don't know if you can. Am I still on the?
Yeah, you are.
She goes, some upper echelon motherfuckers.
How many could there possibly be left? How many have I killed for the past 5 years? I've lost count.
Well, and she kind of pulls out a rough piece of parchment that she's. Maria, you know Maria.
Uh-huh.
She slept with a client about a week ago, and I asked if she could do some questions for me. She didn't think anything of it. There's a whole, as you know, there's a whole hierarchy of this bullshit going from these bottom feeders all the way up to the merchant kings themselves. And we had thought that the merchant kings was more of a idea than an actual person at the top of each one of those pyramids. Because, I mean, honestly, the city's been around for 1,000 years. I mean, how could they still be alive and well today? That's some kind of bullshit legend or something.
Uh-huh.
So I tracked it down. We got the enforcers, which there are 6 enforcers that lead to the 3, what I'm thinking are the top head honchos, the ones that have run the business since the founders have been passed on or melted or whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh.
Maria did a lot to get this. And, well, the bad news is they're all good.
That's not.
What?
So that's not the bad news. Sure. What's next?
The bad news is they're all locked up good and tight. I haven't had a client that's worked for any of these bastards in the past week, and I haven't seen them around the district at all.
Well, if they don't come to us, we'll just have to go to them.
Exactly. Other bad news, well, for me, maybe not for you, but Cecilia's gone.
Why?
She's working for Eclipse now. I don't know. She's some whore for someone else.
All right.
She didn't want to stay around here.
So do you want to tell me what happened to Boomtown?
Well, if you can believe it, someone blew the fucker up.
And it wasn't one of us?
No. And that's the worst news or good news? I don't know. I haven't found out yet.
Well, I guess it depends on what their goal is.
True. I know you're not one to cling to legends or myths or anything, but remember that old church about a couple blocks down the way? The used to be a Church of the Silver Flame.
Sure.
Hmm.
Well, no one's been in there for ages, but the night before the explosion, that place went up in flames. I'm not talking regular flames. I'm talking silver ass flames. I don't know how they looked like that, but I also haven't heard from Haben past couple days. So, all in all, this is pretty much a shit sandwich, but if you can get out there, don't get yourself killed, manage to get a couple of things we might need, I think that we can get all these bastards at the same time. And she pulls out another piece of crumpled paper, splays it out on the. I'm going to need you and your friends, if you trust them, out to make a plan for this. But there's some big ass meeting with a lot of who we need to kill going to be in the same room.
Sounds like we need to do our own boomtown. And of course, I trust them. I wouldn't have brought them here if I didn't.
Well, I'll take your word for it. Plus,
Oh, and
more sacrifices soon anyway.
I'll find Haven when we'll deal with that. Well, you don't have any books left?
No, we did. There's still some left. I just meant for more of the traditional type of sacrifice.
I mean,
She kind of smiles a little bit at the prospect of killing some more assholes.
Yeah, well, we'll get to them. I'm sure Anayat would appreciate anything we throw her way. All right, so I guess we'll get going on this. We'll need to go find Haben. What time is it, Josh?
It's still in the early morning. Definitely the reason why most of the rest of the girls are asleep and stuff. I mean, they probably went to bed like 5 hours ago, maybe 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Into the early morning.
That's why I asked what time it was, because if it was like later,
yeah.
I would have been like, "Get your asses up." But anyway, okay. Well, then I guess.
Anyway, you go out there, come back, and we'll talk about a plan.
Sure. I mean,
and
I'm gone for 2 weeks, and I'll fucking hell breaks loose.
I mean, it's been building up to this point. I mean, look at what happened when you left. Look at how many people were after you.
Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. That there wasn't anyone blowing up entire districts when I was here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna head downstairs and relay to the squad.
Well, she's gonna come down there with you.
Okay. Oh, by the way, as we're going down the stairs, I want to ask her. So where's your little rat?
Oh, I don't know. He's got to be upstairs somewhere.
Well, you might want to keep him away from my friend Maven.
What?
I hear that. Do I hear that?
This is for your protection, Maven, because it's not actually a rat; it's a cat. And I know you're like a large creature, but he's pretty vicious.
A large enchanted
you go eat my
magical.
cat, I'm gonna break your goddamn neck.
What?
It says this to Maven immediately as you get down the stairs.
Okay, I have a question. What is your stance on Dragonborn?
I don't give a shit.
Okay, cool. I lower invisibility.
Wait a minute. Somebody give you trouble over a Dragonborn? Kind of looks over.
Me, because Maven didn't really give me any warning. I'm in mid like dance move, and I no, Maven just said they dropped it.
All right, cool.
That's why I was like, so I'm still in mid dance move, and I pause as I'm suddenly visible again, and kind of like as casual as I can go back to a normal standing posture. Yeah, we got some problems on our way in with Dragonborn. I have no idea why.
Oh god, Ivy actually cracks up audibly over that bullshit.
It's fine. Me and Maven handled him. Some asshole merchant works for the Merchant Kings.
Maven may not care to ever listen to some things I have to say sometimes, but most of the old folk around here don't particularly like Dragonborn. Very much, in fact. Well, before my time, well before my time, there was a feud with a lot of the Dragonborn clan up in Delmarev, and the merchants ever since have been slowly pushing out all the Dragonborn and keeping them out of the city since. So it's been 100 or so years since then, though. Can't imagine there'd be anybody left who gave a shit, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
You looking at my hats?
Yes, I like have a big hat on right now.
Oh god, just big old sun hat.
You see her generic regular face go from her frown to kind of smiling just a little bit.
Upside
If
down.
Pollard smiled, see anything you like?
Well, I probably shouldn't buy anything right now, and I am trying to keep it low.
Let me
But
know when you want to.
like, do most brothels sell hats?
No, this is the only one that does. That's why we bring in all the customers.
Do you only sell hats?
No, we sell everything.
Bandanas?
Haberdashery.
Do you have any fine bandanas?
I could go upstairs and get one from you, but someone's probably wearing it.
All right. I'd like that.
Do you have any?
Ivy, I don't know that was an actual offer.
Do you have any hair pieces
Oh.
for like braids and things?
Hair pieces?
Yeah, just like hair. What do
I
you
could
call
make
it?
you one.
Oh, it's okay.
Pocket. You know, she would just cut it off someone's head, so I suggest you
Damn
don't.
it, Solace!
Look, this is my group, Poller. You can't just
Look, if
hustle
I
them. Okay?
if I can't play a joke on someone, then what's gonna happen when I'm the one getting the jokes played on? Hmm? Don't you think I forget?
You know, this is kind of a sensitive group, Poller.
No, well, you need to make,
Rude.
you need to make tougher friends. then.
It's true.
I'm not sensitive. Well, okay.
Okay.
You see Pocket kind of stand tall for a second, then well, I don't know.
Wilt.
kind of will. All right.
Just go easy on them.
In actuality, Poller, was it? Do you have anything that we could adorn Solace with else than we have that would disguise him better?
Got robes, torn blankets, some curtains.
Well, I suppose since
We
we're on
got-
your turn now, I
We
honestly
got a
should be.
box of outfits, but I don't think Sauce would want to wear any of that.
Do you have a cloak that's big
That's
enough
what
for me?
I was going to say. I suppose that now, since we're on your turf, Solace, anything you want to grab that'll help us get around the city a little bit better without
Look,
you or I
look.
being noticed.
Look, you're probably not going to get Solace around for very long in anything but what he's wearing.
Yeah, I think we should probably cut out the whole disguise idea at this point.
It's still a good idea for us not to wear
Okay.
our
Still a good idea
Yes.
for
He
maybe
may be
me though.
wanted, but he may be wanted, but he's not wanted by the guards, at least. So it's one of those things where if you're going to disguise yourself, you might disguise yourself from some guards, but the people who are actually looking for you are going to find you anyway.
And you know, I'm pretty sure Room can see through a disguise.
Hell, if it was Rune, that would be the worst.
Who's Rune?
Oh, that's right. I didn't get to tell you.
What?
The Paladin of Rune is the one that really got me out of this city. He almost killed me, actually. You haven't happened to have seen any of them around, have you?
Hell no. I've been practicing a little bit myself, actually. If I
Mhm.
see one.
Well,
You
if
kind of
you've been keeping...
you kind of see her go behind the bar and get the cane that she has had for many a year, and she pulls up the top of it. You see what looks to be some kind of twisted knife into a wand to come out of the tip of the cane. That she shoves it back into the cane.
Mm.
I ain't 100% defenseless. I ain't
Mhm. Glad to see that you're trying to do a little something for yourself here.
Can't let you have all the fun all the time.
Uh-huh. Well,
So
at least it seems that you've been keeping up with sacrifices if Rune's been staying away from here.
yes, I do have to warn you. You do know that the kings have assassins. I haven't seen any of them around here, but if you do, don't be stupid.
Do you happen to know any of them or know what they look like?
I don't. I mean, I've only heard. I mean, there's the Taker, and then there's
The tape.
the Ruby Oracle, and I mean, there's Billy Draper, but no one gives a shit about Billy Draper these days.
Mhm.
You might remember him as the Watcher, Billy the Watcher.
Mm.
Anyway, if you hear those names or hear any whiff of those names, do not be stupid.
What counts as a stupid action?
Like fighting them.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you could take him with the 6 of you, but it'd be hard.
You've done quite a bit of shit in the past few weeks.
Really?
I'm a lot stronger than I was when I left here.
You look it.
So I'm gonna need some stuff. I'm gonna head down to the basement and
All right. Well, y'all be quick. We got to talk about this plan first.
I'm gonna motion for Maven to follow me.
Okie doke.
Pollard looks back at everybody else. So, anybody need something to drink?
Water, please.
Give it to
Fire wine, a small amount.
Why
Oh my god.
Why did this pause? Did somebody pause this? Who
You
paused
did.
this? I did not pause it.
Wait, where did the?
What? Where did the what? Is this a technical issue?
I guess.
What?
That's not a good
There it
sign.
goes.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway. Well, the bar's right over there. Go ask George for something to drink.
Okay.
I need to open the place up.
Yes, ma'am.
And she kind of smirks at the. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
All right.
In case y'all didn't notice, by the way, Paula is like basically my mom. Not my real mom, but the closest
I'm
thing.
trying. I'm trying to do her justice. I don't know how I'm doing, but
You're doing a pretty good job. Although she is a little meaner than you're making her.
yeah. It's also circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, kind of make your way. Excuse me. You make your way downstairs. So there's a door that goes from the main hallway that leads into the brothel part that goes downstairs into the basement.
hmm
Lead Maven down there.
And then I kill them. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
And then you stab me.
Classic.
Wait,
Everything I've done up to this point was
You're
just to
now a-
lure you here.
you're now a chaotic evil.
Lawful
I'm
evil.
just kidding.
Right now, Solace is lawful evil.
No, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get some more money because I'm down to just 5 gold now since I gave everything to the captain.
You're gonna go to the well.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's also, I'm gonna say there's like a cabinet full of all of the rare books that here's
Gives Maven books.
that I'm going to open and to let Maven peruse.
Okay.
Yay!
It's the Barnes and Noble episode, everybody.
Yay! Okay, do I find anything that I need?
Is it all erotica?
Through a few of the books.
Yes.
It's actually half of it. No,
Mm.
a lot of it is from various libraries around the city, or off of merchants selling very overpriced books that Solace has stolen. 2 are actually on your list.
Yay! Hang on. Wait. Let me find the right page. Write this down.
Let me find the page of books.
I have a book page. Okay.
All right, where the fuck are those book names? Okay, down here maybe. No. No. Sorry, 1 second. One is called The Uncanny Valley. These are all, as you look kind of on your list, these are on the lower end of what you need, but they're still on the list, so that's nice. One is called Uncanny Valley, and the other one is the Tales of the Beetle Bard.
Tales of what?
The Beetle Bard.
The Beetle Bard?
Isn't that from Harry Potter?
Isn't that a I thought that was a DC superhero.
different arrangement of words, but mine's different because
Tales of Beetle the Bard is the
It's
Harry Potter version.
It's an actual beetle bard.
it's an actual Beetle Bard.
Oh, that's terrifying.
No, it's a bard that used his Fey magic to conjure beetles all the time and fuck up his enemies. So
Gross.
Insane.
Can I do an Arcana check on both of them?
sure.
Okay, for the first one, not great. Where's my character sheet?
Get your life together, Maven.
D&D Beyond, guys.
12.
12. The first one is not of any arcane. It's just a very limited book.
The other one is a 7.
The other one is 7. I mean, you've heard of the name, so that's a lot, but you're not sure.
Can I open it up and
Yeah.
see if
Sure.
it affects me at all, like the last one did?
Sure. You open it up, and you are slightly invigorated with a surge of charismatic energy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say for the next until your next short rest, you now have a +2 to your charisma checks.
Okay, cool. Neat.
So, anything else in there that you might want, Maven?
Do I find any books on martial arts?
Oh my god.
I want to know, be a kung fu master.
No, they're all rare books. I don't know that that's considered something that's maybe.
Yeah. Most of them are like rare. Like I would say, most of them are rare editions of regular books. The 2 that you have found, the one of them is an Arcana book, and the other one is more of a very well-known legend. This is actually one of the only written versions of.
And which one's which?
The Uncanny Valley is the story, the tome that is a very limited edition, and the other one, Tales of the Beetle Bard, is the Arcana one.
Okay. So, Solace, what do you do with these things? I mean, I never took you as like a heavy reader or anything.
I burn them. That's why, I figured I'd let you come and peruse before I made it a new sacrifice.
Solace says this as he is pulling on a rope that is going down a well, and he pulls it up, and he sees a bucket that is full of gold pieces.
Fuck.
Yeah, you need any gold?
Yes, always, but like, what's wrong? Okay. Okay, so I put those 2 books in the bag of holding.
Yes.
and I grab like 5 other books at random and put them in the bag of holding.
All right. I will name those later.
Also, Josh, are there any books? I don't. Of course, I don't know what the fuck's in this cabinet really, but are there any in there to do with Dragonborn? Because I know that Orcsand's looking for that shit.
There's one that chronicles the division of Dragon of Delmarev and and Cauldera, but that's it.
Oh, cool! That shit that I didn't know anything about, even though I had a book about it. Okay.
Didn't read.
Nerd.
I can't read.
I'll go ahead and take that out of there too.
Going to pause this music right here.
And then I'm also going to take 2 other random books out because I don't really give a shit.
All right, you can
Oh,
put
they
those
are.
in your belongings.
Hang on, can I check those two?
Sure.
What are they?
All right. One
I'm
of
gonna
them.
screen your sacrifices from now on.
One of them is just titled "The Incredible Story."
I wonder if it's an incredible true story.
Yes. Thank you.
And the next one is just titled "The Rodrigo Family."
Can I scan
The Rodrigo family?
both?
Sure. You scan through the incredible story. It is a very power trippy story of a goblin who, uh, from very very small beginnings, grew up and actually slayed a dragon.
Oh, that's neat. Nothing I'm looking for though. Here.
Second one is the Rodrigo family, and that one is more of a true telling of a notorious crime family that was a scourge of the northwest.
All right. Another thing I don't care about here.
Thanks. Didn't know you. I mean, I know you cared about the books. Didn't know you cared this much. Would you rather I sacrifice a child?
I mean, almost.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Evil alignment. Let's go. Squad going up. I'm just kidding. Okay. How much money did I pull up in that bucket?
In that particular bucket full, that's probably like 500 gold in there.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna give 100 of that to Maven.
Okay.
I want to pull up one more bucket full. Actually, can I do that?
Okay. Pull up another. This one's got like 400 in it.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm good. Let's go on upstairs.
Why do you have so much money?
I stole it.
Rad. I
All
still
right.
books.
You all return to everyone who's very awkwardly and quietly sitting in in the area as Peller is smoking something from a pipe, and everyone has various forms of liquid or water. And George is over in the corner humming to himself as he's setting up the bar.
All right. So I'm gonna give everybody 100 gold.
You get
Whoa.
100, and you get 100, and you get 100.
Yeah. So that leaves me with 400, right? Because I had 800 after giving Maven.
I can't take this.
Yeah, what's this?
See, you're getting.
You know, just
Generous.
a little bit to get you guys started, and in case we get separated and you need something, because in case you didn't notice, the city is built on consumption. So
And deceit and deception and anything like that.
thank
Sorry.
you. And then I'm gonna also give Worksand that book.
What's this?
A book.
Oh.
I imagine this is the
Delmarev,
cool.
Delmarev and Cauldera. 2 cities divided.
I know you're always looking for shit about Dragonborns, and that's kind of the only thing I had down there. So
This is something about Delmarev as well. I welcome this. Thank you, Solace. And I kind of tuck it away in my bag.
All right, you shits, come on. Come closer. Pull up some chairs. You think about calling yourselves the shits?
No, that's
Why would
vulgar.
Tempting.
why would we do that?
Whatever.
I mean, we did. I mean, at least I mulled over the most awkward motherfuckers on the planet, but people didn't seem to go for that one.
It was a little breathy, really.
Yeah, you're right.
You talk too much.
That's rude.
Anyway, so
I've barely said anything this whole time.
I'm just talking about all of you. You all talk too much.
To the people who have been sitting quietly and awkward.
We do several things too much.
I told you guys she was mean.
Now, I've got this plan. Well, it's not a plan. It's a skeleton of a plan. She kind of pulls out the same wadded piece of paper.
It's probably better than our
Better
fleshed
than-
out plan.
Oh, man. Do you say this? Do you say this out loud?
Sure.
She eyes you immediately, just. She kind of uncrumples the paper.
Was that supposed to not be black? Did that offend her somehow?
Shut up. I'm trying to talk.
I'm gonna talk a lot. I will fight this woman.
Oh boy, you hear.
Solace, I'm gonna fight your mom.
You know, Maven, I recommend
You hear George talk from the bar.
not.
I don't think that's a smart idea, but you do you.
Didn't actually say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, we got a lot of these fuckers gonna be in the same place in 3 days. We have to figure out how to get in and get them all at the same time. If we do that, we can cut the leg off of this beast.
Heist.
You know I'm down.
In
Wait,
order for
a
us
what?
to do that, we're going to have to get at some of the bottom feeders, find out where it is, what time it's at, and how you're going to get in.
We met a bottom feeder on our way in.
He didn't know anything.
Yeah, be money.
Did you get a name?
No,
Oh, well, he's gone then.
he's just a racist old man.
Most of the old men around here don't know anything. They're just sitting on their kickback money. You're gonna need to find a
Kickback
working. You're gonna need to find a working asshole. Anyway,
Isn't this the place? Never. No.
what are you trying to say?
It
Anyway,
was. It was a joke that I heard from the sailors at the docks one time. I'm very sorry.
good for you. So I also need you to look into some other things.
Ivy's just blushing viciously and just like trying to sit as faced away from everybody else as possible.
Now, has Solace informed you? Well, it probably hasn't. Never mind. Look, I might know a little something about the explosion that happened over at the Boomtown.
How much is a little something?
Well, keep my ear to the ground if you need to know. But there might be someone who's doing the same work that we're doing. Might need a little looking into. And judging by what they've done versus what Solace and I have done, apparently they're doing something we're not. Either that or they have some kind of magic with them or whatever the fuck. Anyway, I need you to find this person or these people or whoever the fuck this is and see if they have similar interests. If they do, you might have a better chance of getting into this place and getting out with none of them alive.
Excellent.
Now, the more info we get on who's going to be there, the more info we can have on how much of an effect this is going to have. Because once we do this, we're going to be known in this city. And the rest of the people we need to take out after that, we're going to need to do it quickly or we're going to need to do it all at the same time. So Y'all are the what is it? Crest bearers. Y'all are qualified for this shit. So
Wait,
crest
how many of our crests are still showing?
Well, I told her that
Oh,
I got a crest, and you guys all came with me, so I think it's just based on assumption.
Well, you're all from Vestia. Doesn't everybody from Vestia have one of those stupid things?
Do I look like I'm from Vestia?
I don't like her.
Her.
What? What are you, a bird?
Pollard,
Yes.
take it easy.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. I would imagine it might be better to go at night when most of the guards are either here or in another brothel anyway, not guarding the streets. It's usually when all the crime and shit happens. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any suggestions? Solace.
I mean, I was gonna go ask Anaya.
That could help. I
Ooh,
imagine
I have an idea.
Haven would work as well. Yes, what do you want?
Well, I can try to find that one guy that sold me fire flowers. He works in Boomtown, and so I guess he was probably there, and he might know something. I don't know, but I'm sure he'll remember me
It could be blown up.
because that's possible too.
If you think it'll help. Well,
Yes, guys, I feel like we can actually get some good information out of him that seems a little trustworthy.
that's the other thing. I know y'all ain't been here more than an hour, but most of the people that live here, whether they work for or are in service to the Merchant Kings, don't go killing any which person that has that brand on them. Some of them are in debt to these people. And she kind of lifts up her skirt a little bit, and you see on her thigh is tattooed the same hexagonal circle with C's under it that has like scratches and claws through it and stuff like that. It looks like the skin has been tried to been removed there, but it's a brand, so it's kind of deep burnt into her leg. This motherfucker is why I have to use a cane. All I'm trying to say is be careful before you go killing people with this brand. But don't trust anybody. Most of these people would sell you out a million times to get rid of their debt so they can get out of this hellhole. But if there's some people you think you can trust, well, just don't get them killed.
We've made it this far.
All right.
We haven't really lost anybody, so.
Yeah, I know you don't give a shit, but some of the other people here have to live too. I might not give a shit about half of them, but there's a couple people here, my friends. If you call what I have friends.
All right, well, I'm gonna. Is that the plan together then? Because I don't.
Where are you
I mean,
going? Where are you going first? Or
I don't fucking know. I don't know
I
the
think
district's job.
you know what? You know what, guys? I'm gonna give you until nightfall to think about this. Till then, you can help me set up, and you can talk amongst yourselves, figure out what you're gonna do. How about that?
Set up what?
Gotta set up shop.
I'm gonna.
Okay, I can help things. You need like help with tables or something?
Yes.
I'll help with that.
I'm gonna duck out and actually go do something else.
Okay.
Casual question: is this Solace ducking out or Emerald ducking out?
No, that's Solace. Solace is like, I don't wanna help.
Uh,
This is my city. Nah, ain't my city.
So
It's
we'll
my
say
city, it's my house, it's kind of my mom, and I don't wanna, so.
we'll say over the next few hours, you guys want to deliberate now. You can decide on what you're doing, as everyone is either helping or not helping to various degrees. A few of you meet some of the other employees here. Um, some of them friendly, a couple of them looked a little hardened. Um, uh, out of most of them, Marie is probably the nicest one. Um, everyone has been talking shit about Cecilia ever since she left, so really nothing.
Personally, I think we should start at the heart, which is Boomtown. So that's all I got.
And so, what exactly are we doing?
That is a question, yes.
Sounds like we're finding people.
We're going to gather information so that we can find the 6 enforcers of the Merchant Kings.
So, how do we go about asking some of the questions?
That's
What
that's
are like
true.
specific questions? Because we could like split up and
I don't want to
talk to a
split
bunch
up
of
in
people
this
at
city.
once.
Poor Ivy, I don't think she could survive.
All right. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and take our break here.
Good.
For those who need to take a break and go over, you can also deliberate and stuff. We'll be back at let's say 9:45, 9:50. Okay.
Okay.
Solace, you said you've walked off, so I can't actually talk to Solace.
I mean, Solace, I was gonna elaborate, but I'm really just going like behind the brothel where there's like an alley so that I could burn these books and pray. That's what I was going to do.
Could I tag along with you, just for curiosity's sake?
I'm saying, remember, I said this is happening over the next few hours. So anything you guys want to do, you can do during this time.
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
yeah, I want to find like a quiet place and send the uncanny valley to Orb.
Okay, you find one of the private rooms and do that.
I'm just chilling in the
Yeah.
bar.
I'm just gently, like, kind of glancing at you, Solace, and just kind of tagging along.
Okay. When we get back from the break, we can
Yeah.
talk
Okay.
about gods. I gotta go. I'm hungry.
Go eat. Be free.
Okay, bye.
That's why I kept my sesame chicken and rice by my desk.
Well, I mean, Emerald also slept until this moment.
Right.
Started.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 18 hours of sleep in 96. What a freaking god.
So, what do you think of Cauldera so far?
Uh,
I think it's all right, except for the racism.
it seems like a city that I'd like to be in if I wasn't actually like a sheltered country girl.
Well, I don't know about that. You guys have only seen the outside so far. But you'll find out why Solace hates the place.
Solace has mentioned to me why.
Yeah.
Mentioned all of us by now. I guess it's just seeing it for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw just a little bit of it while you were walking there. So. It's hard to be racist in character.
It's easier than you think. Just be what you don't like.
No, I mean, it's just like that guy was just a fucking salesman dude, and he kind of like turned it into a thing, which was really cool. But like, I didn't have any like deeper motivations for this guy. He was just an asshole.
Yep. Well, a lot of people don't get hired by a city to be racist. They just treat it as a civic duty.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go heat up my food. so I can eat the rest of my food.
Meredith. Oh, everyone else has walked.
What the fuck? Why?
Hello? Nope. Hello.
No.
How's it going?
Going good. Just trying to find some music for the next portion. You enjoying yourself?
I am. I'm also very confused. I've been trying to follow and I'm getting lost.
You need some help?
Maybe. Hopefully when we discuss stuff, I'll pick it up. I don't know.
Okay. What is there anything that I can help with?
Um okay, so we're going after these people.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, the enforcers.
The enforcers. Okay, and they're just bad people.
So the idea, and if you want to, Kiki can ask some of these questions to the people. But
Mhm,
so the three merchant kings, or the three big merchant companies,
mhm.
are like the people who rule the town, right?
Okay.
Kind of gleaned that from like the three different types of guards and stuff that are all around the city.
Okay. Okay.
And so these three companies have been in power since the founding of Cauldera, which has been there for like 1,000 years or something like
Mhm.
that. So what Pollard was saying to Solace was that they had originally thought that taking down a couple of the key members would pretty much just topple the whole organization, but
Makes sense. Yeah.
they found out that there was more, kind of like a family tree. There was more tentacles or more heads, So
Okay.
she got some information that led her to believe that there are six enforcers, which are basically like the underlings of the high bosses at the table. And
Lieutenants.
yeah, and killing those six would like topple the main workers who make all of the earnings and the money for the
Mhm. Okay.
for the companies, which would then force the higher up people, the bosses or whoever is leading the corporations now that the founders are dead or whatever,
I
to
I
clean
like
out,
how
flip up, or anything like that.
I like how 6 is a reoccurring number.
You like that? You notice that? I'm happy.
Yes.
So,
Anyway, hold on. I'm still working here. Um, so in order to kill these six people, um, Pollard has found out that there's one day a year or one day every so often that they all meet up together
Mhm.
to discuss things amongst the three of them, because they all work in tandem. It's not like they're all vying for power. They all work in tandem to
Okay.
control the whole city. So
Yeah.
if you guys can make a controlled strike against all of them all at once, that would make the process of bringing them all down easier, instead of doing like trying to find one, killing that one, and then alerting everyone else, and then it would be hard to kill the rest.
assassination is easy
So, like,
whenever
if we
all
were,
your eggs are in a basket.
so if we were trying to figure this out, we're talking to the right people. I guess I don't know how to say. Like, could we say like enforcer and they would know what we're talking about, or are we gonna have to be like more in the know?
Well, for most of the party, um, since you don't know like names or anything yet, and that's the
Yes.
thing. That's the thing that you guys are trying to find out is anything you can about the enforcers. So like their names, what they kind of do. So it's kind of like you're gathering intel on each of these enforcers, so you know maybe what their weaknesses are or what their routines are.
But how do we ask about them if we don't know their names?
I think we just I think we need to start by looking out for all the symbols that we know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the universal thing that I kind of put into at least gather you towards one direction as far as a certain company or a certain merchant is considered.
Mhm.
Um, but going to their places of business where a lot of them do their business is a good start,
Okay.
because a lot of the enforcers' underlings, that's how they get their money, by running these brothels and gambling houses and stuff like that. And excuse me, and that'll get you some information. Like if you kind of make a checklist, Brooke, what I
Yes,
would put
this
on
is
the
what I need
checklist
because I am so lost.
what I would put on this checklist is, I mean, overall, the goal should just be getting intel. But as far as a
Okay.
checklist, the main objective is to find out where this meeting is going to take place.
Okay, yeah. I think I understand like the overall concept. Okay, I get that. We need to figure out where the meeting is, because then we can go there and then stop them. Even
Right.
though I'm a little conflicting about
And-
just killing people,
No,
but
that's
like
okay,
for
like-
Solace, that's fine.
If you want to let
mean,
that
I
be
am too.
known, if you want to let that be known, by all means, say that. You know, that's
Yeah,
and
but
that's where
like,
the other that's where the other thing comes in. So the more you find out about them, you know, about what they do, about how terrible they are, the more justified you could be in killing them. So that's what the
For
next
sure.
that's what the next check on the list should be, would be like, what do these guys actually enforce? Like
Mhm.
what parts of the company are they enforcing and stuff like
Because
that.
yeah, Pocket's in the same boat. Like she's just kind of trying to trust Solace,
Mhm.
So
and
is
just
Ivy.
she like understands that she is completely out of place here, so she doesn't know
Yeah.
anything. So
Same. Like Kiki is trusting Solace. If Solace is like, we need to kill these people, she'll do it. But she would like to know a bit more why.
Oh yeah, and Pollard wanted to do that anyway, just because that was the next thing I was going to say is the third and final thing on your list should be how the hell you get in there, and
Yeah.
how you do that. You can do a various assortment of ways. So the more intel you gather on each of these enforcers, the more likely you are to maybe get an in and get an invite to maybe, you know, be a guard there or be some muscle.
yes,
Or,
I
you know,
love sneaking into places. I can't wait.
and a thing like this. Any way you can to get into that room when all of them are in there.
I mean, we
Okay.
could act and we could be like, "Hey, you need to hire some muscle for." Yeah.
But you also have to, you know, you have to be careful, however way you go in there, because, you know, Pollard was talking about the brand and everything like that. So
What if one of us has to get branded?
That's
act
something
like
we
the-
should try to avoid.
Oh,
Yes.
but like, what if like we need to like make a fake brand to act like we're in
That
a
sounds
group?
difficult.
That's
That does sound difficult.
difficult,
maybe
but
if we
it's
can
a
find
brilliant
somebody who's really
idea.
good at makeup.
there's also a big theme on brands and marks kind of going on in the city. So, you know,
Gotta have your tats.
whenever you guys do end up deciding to put your hex mark on something, you know.
I hope it's soon.
But I mean, there's also a few um, outside factors coming in on this central conflict. Like there's the person who, you know, blew up the Boom District allegedly, and, you know, certain things like that. So
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
said
because that's what
the-
Pollard was saying, that we needed to go find out who blew up Boomtown, so that we can probably find out more information on the meeting.
yeah. Because if somebody could orchestrate something that big, then obviously doing something like this would be easier with that person around. What were you saying, Brooke?
I was saying something.
Yeah,
You were gonna say something.
Hmm.
It was like a question, or
Was it?
yes.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I don't think it was important, or else I would have remembered.
So
During
help?
Huh?
yes,
has all of this helped?
So much, thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, I was pretty lost, but it makes sense. I'm
So if
following now. I'm understanding the
If you
convos.
think about it, kind of like a video game at this point, like you have to kill or execute these people, and
Mhm.
whatever way you do it, and how much information you get on them, is going to help you kill more of them.
we have to talk to all the NPCs first in the city
And this
until an
is
event is triggered.
What were you gonna say,
Anyway.
Cameron? What?
Aizahua. I'm excited and a little nervous.
I'm excited too and nervous as well.
What you nervous about?
Dying.
You're gonna get in too deep.
Yes, I'm worried about
I'm worried about sparking a political incident. Because if
that,
suddenly folks here in the city see Vestia is sending effectively political commandos.
Oh,
In-
you bet. You don't.
That shit will flip lids, and there will be a war.
Because now we're like crest bearers from Vestia, and we're doing crap inside Cauldera.
Yeah,
That's
this is like
Here's the idea, though, guys.
this is like
City.
going into another city if you're a cop and just like shooting their civilians
No, guys.
because you have a badge.
Listen, if we succeed at this and destroy the Merchant Kings, there won't be any political power to start a war.
That's a very brutal but
Us-
good point.
Okay, well, so
Well,
the
who would
merchant
take
the
over?
merchant kings are kind of in charge of it, like businessly. But who's like, do they have any actual like governing power?
That is the Merchant Kings.
Wow. Okay.
But like, if they're
Wow.
destroyed, who will take over? Right? Is it
That's
just going to be another corrupt person?
The people.
That's the point. So this corrupt these corrupt merchants have weeded and rooted their way into the city so much that like they are the lifeblood of the city. So there's kind of that moral dilemma of if you kill them,
You could kill the city.
you could kill the city, but if you don't kill them, the city could still suffer. But also, you know, the
It's
city-
basically using the city's lifeblood as hostage for a better future.
Yep.
Yes.
And also the city is kind of crumbling before you, so you know there's also
Okay.
the factor of time.
There's
And-
literally crumbling.
So
let's
then
say
there's the other
hypothetic-
question. Oh,
Sorry.
okay. What are we going to tell the captain? Captain.
I guess that'll depend on what we are able to find out in this day.
Captain Tolda.
Stephanie. Captain Stephanie.
There you
Cap-
go.
Stephanie Tolda?
Yes.
Okay, Captain Stephanie Tolda.
Tolda what?
What are we telling her? We need people from Bestia to come. We're going to get back to her today.
It would
But do you
seem like
think-
a bad idea.
It's
to
a bad
get
idea for
reinforcements,
us
right?
being here, yeah.
Especially
so no
since we're
reinforcements.
we're
I'm trying to go
kind of
covert.
parading around.
Yeah, tactically, it's kind of one of those plausible deniability things.
Yeah, like I don't
Plus, think of it this way:
think
if
that
if we get busted and caught, and they come in and they grab a hold of us, and we say we're crests, or they find crests, that's the hardest thing we're gonna have right now. One of the smartest things we could do, because if they find those crests, they know we're political, and it suddenly becomes ugly and weird.
Like I
So-
said, Cameron,
Yeah.
we just have to succeed and destroy the Merchant Kings, and it won't really matter about any political thing.
Right.
we just need to succeed.
No, communist communist people's populist revolutions always work really well until
They don't.
backbiting and fighting, and they don't.
Well, I mean, guys, have we failed yet?
We just got here to the city, so no.
We haven't gotten very far.
In this campaign.
That's true.
So let's say
Literally
hypothetically.
the only thing. What? Yes, hypothetically.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
No. Keep going. No, you
Okay.
go.
Hypothetically, if this succeeds, would that make Cauldera more open to talks with Vestia? Because in the past,
It could.
it's been
It could.
Yeah, it's been mainly the Merchant Kings, right? Kind of impeding that, I'm guessing, because they were the ones in charge. So,
They didn't stand to gain
so
anything.
yeah, that could be a really good thing potentially.
It could be a really good thing, but the city's also going to need time to recover from.
Well, Vestia could help with that.
Yeah.
It was-
And this all
Ooh.
depends on the scale of how out of hand things get. That's why Pollard was talking about how, you know, the quicker and more efficient you are, the least likely they are to have a chance to retaliate
Oh
or
my god.
take it out on the rest of everyone else.
We're actually.
So we should wait till we see how things go down, and then we tell Captain Stephanie if we need people from Vestia or not?
We could
Which
tell her to
probably
come back in a
would.
week and ask.
But we still need to actually get back to Vestia
If
when we
you
are
do
done.
that, Cameron, she would come back in a week, and then you would tell her, "Yeah, we need people," and then she would leave for 2 days, and then have to take another 2 days to come back. So she would be back in another 4 days.
Right, but then at least we know for fucking sure.
Can't we get like a messenger pigeon?
I can't help but think that maybe a giant flying magical skyship would be a little more quick and efficient than a messenger
Hidden.
pigeon. But hey, you know, what do I know?
Yeah, but you could send the messenger pigeon. You could send her back, send the messenger pigeon there, and then she could bring the reinforcements as soon as she gets it, assuming that we need reinforcements or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
It
course it's
expends a
true.
lot less material and energy and whatnot too.
Hey, Madison, are you back?
Yes.
All right, Cameron, are you recording?
I've been recording this whole time.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Everyone's
Yep,
been sitting
let
here
me turn
talking
my
with
mic
their
back off.
mouths full, and I'm like, yep, welcome to Vestia.
All right, so
Cauldera.
Meloria. SpongeBob.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What? No. I'm eating queso. I don't want it. I'll eat it tomorrow. Anyway, here we go. All right. So we return everyone here, contemplating a plan. Sunset has now gripped the town of Cauldera. You have all begun your deliberations of what your first move should be, especially because this situation that you are in requires very delicate and swift acts. So you are all here. Peller has allowed you guys to use her quietest room to deliberate in, as she is now bringing in customers and doing the usual thing, setting up the front as she usually does. And you guys are in this, not very big, not very good smelling, but environment here with your decisions.
Ivy, did you want to ask Solace something or whatever?
Yeah, I was gonna come outside to watch your ceremony.
Okay. I'm literally just gonna burn the books and then pray while they're burning.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of creepy, but I'm gonna try and be reverent about it, fam. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. A familiar purple glow covers you in warmth, solace. And are you trying to ascertain the location of where Haben might be?
That and any advice she wants to give me too about this whole thing we're doing.
Okay. So you are kind of thrust into a purple, smoky, arcane version of the city. And you see a bright purple light coming from what looks to only be about a couple blocks away from you, but definitely below the city in the many sewer areas of the city. You probably would remember this as the third shrine that Anaith that was built in the city. Probably the biggest one is where Haben is.
Uh-huh.
You then see your smoky goddess appear to you, smiling her big smile. You've come back.
Of course.
To finish the job, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
There is a child of fury in this city that could help you along the way.
Like a metaphorical child or like literally?
Yes, a metaphorical child. What do you think I am?
I don't know. Yeah, I like to fuck around, so.
She's close by. She doesn't work under my name,
Uh-huh.
but she could be of some use to you and I.
Can I get a description?
She kind of closes her eyes for a second. You see her eyes peer out. She smiles once again. She might stick out like a sore thumb if she wants to be seen. With very dirty blonde hair and bags under her eyes, but piercing blue nonetheless.
Sounds like me. Sorry.
She is a child of the Silver Flame.
Oh. All right.
I would look where there are things that she has lost.
Burnt Church.
I would start there, yes.
Sweet.
Oh, and one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you kind of look down and you see that your limbs are starting to puff out,
Okay.
you start blowing up like a balloon.
Oh, what are you doing?
And then she pulls out one hand and pops you, and then you are you come back to yourself on by your shrine, and you just hear a small laugh.
Thanks so much.
For what?
You hear Ivy behind you.
I turned to see her staring at me. Nothing. My goddess is just a real jokester, but
Ah,
I happened to get some information about someone who might be able to help us.
that's good.
Yeah, someone called a Child of Fury.
Like a real like a kid.
She said metaphorical, so probably not.
So not a
Ah.
okay.
Something we're gonna have to go check out that burnt church that Pollard mentioned.
The Silver Flame.
Yeah.
All right.
And we now fast
hope you-
forward.
I hope you don't mind me watching. I know it's.
I don't really know what you get out of it, but sure. I don't really care.
I just never. I can understand giving sacrifices, but is your goddess a no? Is your goddess one of knowledge? Sorry, I'm tripping over myself again.
Not really.
Then
She's more of a trickster kind of goddess.
how did the books come in?
Well, it's the least violent of the sacrifices that she prefers. So instead of killing children or
Oh,
draining the blood from someone, I find it a lot easier to just burn some books.
that's noble.
Really, it's just easier.
That too.
Michael, can you give me some water, please?
You're not there.
Shut up.
I mean, the offerings that I usually make to Gentia or prayer or incense or I did bless a newly wedded couple.
That counts as a sacrifice.
Well, not a sacrifice so much as a demonstration of faith. They were newlywed and they were going to consecrate it, so I took them to the field and blessed both of them. And the robots are coming.
Let me just bless your after wedding sex here.
Yes, the sex. It's considered considered an act of good faith for those blessed by Shantia to consecrate their marriage in a field. It's giving life. It's for the harvest stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm seeing a dichotomy between our gods here.
Solace
So
and
you hear in the back of your head, this one's a little weird.
It's really just that. I mean, I know Ivy's awkward, but it also, I think it's funny that she's trying to have like a wholesome conversation about our like faith in goddesses when mine is
Yours
so
was.
violent and like horrible, and hers is like bless the harvest.
Also, bless the harvest. Also, sex. I told you that I would help you, and I will, but I am a little nervous about murdering people.
I mean, you don't have to murder anyone if you don't want to.
But what if I'm good at it?
Then I guess you are.
She just kind of shrinks into herself a little bit.
I'm the wrong person for you to come to for this advice.
Yep.
What if I'm good at killing people? Then awesome. So am I.
Thank you for letting me watch. I'm still going to help.
Yeah, anytime.
I need to. And she just starts walking off. I need to get better at this. I'm just.
All right. We are all now brought to the room where you are all deliberating.
I will relay the information that Anayeth gave me.
Okay.
I completely church.
Say that again.
About the church.
You agree about the church? Okay.
One urchin.
Anybody else saying anything?
I mean,
I've never been to a church before.
Well, this one's burnt down, so it's not really a church anymore. But
I'm more than willing to go. I'm kind of interested in some of the stuff around here anyway, and so I feel like this is an interesting place to start for sure.
it's kind of the only lead we have at the moment. So
I'm just sitting against one of the walls, looking at my lantern.
Ivy's having an existential crisis.
At this, well, I mean a little bit, but at this moment, it's the people keep bringing up the silver flame, and
Do you want to bring up the fact that your lantern has that on it?
yeah.
Okay.
Then bring
Actually,
that up.
I'm
Do
gonna
it.
no. I think I'll wait to bring it up whenever we get to the church.
Convenient.
Yeah, whenever Josh is blowing me out of the water.
All right. Well, I say let's head out to this church. Nighttime is the best time to move, and it's dark.
How does everybody else feel?
Let's get at it.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna
Yeah, it's
take
good.
off of my really nice Vestian clothes, and I'm gonna put back on my regular ones, just to
Alright.
kind of stay a little low.
Is everyone else who is wearing their military armor doing that?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, I
probably should.
assumed I was already in casual clothes.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a cloak on over it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I don't
I guess
wear a
it's-
cloak.
Yeah, I put a cloak on my wings again, so I look like a humpback weirdo.
I mean, Solace and Maven did not accept their gifts, so they don't have.
Yeah, no. I'm still wearing my old nasty shit.
Yeah, I have traveler's clothes and I have my armor on, so that's it.
All right. You all head out.
We would have had to pay 40 gold for it.
That's not the clothes I'm talking about.
Oh. No, I did accept those. They're in my bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what clothes?
The uniform that we got.
I thought that's what we were talking about, and then Josh just said not those.
No.
That's...
So this was
There are
in
two
the area
occasions
where
on
you
which
both
people
missed at the
clothing.
same time, so we're just gonna put that in. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Sweet. Works for me.
Anyway,
No new clothes.
you guys set out in the night towards this church. Is everybody traveling by stealth?
Always.
Always.
Yes.
Give it them rolls.
Oh, that's
Ooh, a 20.
Hold on. Hold your numbers for me, and then I'll ask for them. All right. Kiki.
21.
Okay. Ivy.
11.
Solace.
20.
Excuse me. Maven.
17.
Orxane. Pocket. Wait, where'd Pocket go? Oh no! Pocket's gone.
She said a 6.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's 3 passes and 3 fails. So
Not the
gonna
most
say-
subtle.
most of you are determined to get where you need to go, but a couple of you take in some of the strange and displeasing things that happen here at night, like crime in the streets, people breaking and entering, people getting kidnapped. There are people getting beaten up in alleys.
Hang on, we're watching people get kidnapped?
Well, you haven't seen the kidnap.
Yes, Maven, you stood by, watched that kid get snatched.
You do see someone.
Ah, no.
You do see someone getting beaten up in an alley, and the person shouting, "Give us our money, and then we won't have to do this."
Mm.
Moral dilemma.
Nah.
Bye, kid.
All right. You pass what looks to be a bonfire that has built out of one of the building's ashes, and you make it pretty easily to the dilapidated and charred remains of where the Church of the Silver Flame once stood, and in its place, as you guys get closer to it, as you kind of come around the corner, you see that there's still a slight fire coming off of it, and the fire doesn't look anything like a regular fire. It has a silver and black sheen to it as it's kind of burning from this pile of ash. And there's a stake in the ground with a very beautifully carved spearhead that has the engraved Church of the Silver Flame head on it. It's very quiet in this particular part of the city.
I feel compelled to walk up and take it.
Realized my mic wasn't on. Oh my god, please don't. So, question:
have a
the
little
fire
doodly.
is like the silvery black fire. Is that out front, or is that in the building?
So the building is collapsed on itself,
Okay,
and the fire is around it,
so like engulfing it.
almost
Or-
like guarding it.
So it's like a circle-ish kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
Like a barrier.
Uh huh.
Well, I kind of look at everyone. Are we going to go over this? Or how tall is it first?
How tall is the?
The fire, yeah.
Oh, the fire reaches about 10 feet.
So it's just like a wall of flame. Cool.
Yeah, it's not very violent. It's just kind of like. Going
I
Can
would
I-
like to try something, Josh.
Yeah.
Is the fire hot?
Go stick your hand in it. Do it.
That's what I meant. Like, can I go test it?
Sure.
I mean, I want to walk to it as well.
Okay.
Same
Does
here.
Everybody want to walk up?
Can I
do.
just pluck a feather and throw it in there so we don't burn our hands?
Sure.
All right, I do that.
I'm doing it anyway.
You pluck a feather and you burn it in there, and immediately the flame consumes the the feather, but it doesn't burn the feather. The feather falls into the heap of the rubble.
Cool.
I want to. Seeing that, I definitely want to put my hand into it. Very.
Okay, you put
Yes,
your
sir.
hand into it. And you take 2 fire damage
Cool.
as the flames look around your hand. And
I think it has something about. I mean, the feather was just an object.
Can I take out my lantern?
yes, you do.
Can I turn on the hood that creates a bubble of darkness?
Sure.
I do.
Right. Turn on this bubble, and the people who are outside of the bubble see, you do this. The people who are probably inside the bubble, let's say Vorksan and Solace, are in this bubble with you. You're kind of startled by this event, but you've done it before, so you're not that startled. But you are suddenly engulfed in a sphere of darkness. Darkness.
What happens to the flame?
Well, peering out, nothing has outwardly happened. Are you putting it in the flame?
I would like to, for a moment, step into the flame and then step back out while still in the darkness.
Okay, everyone, you watch as Ivy steps into the flame with the orb and manages to pass through unharmed.
Oh, cool. Come back, Ivy. Let us in.
And then steps back out.
And I do.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Get in the bubble.
All right, everyone gets in the
Yeah.
Yep.
I
What
keep
if it has
it.
nothing to do with the darkness?
everyone
Just has
gets
something
in
to do with who's holding it.
everyone gets into the
Yeah.
bubble.
Well, I guess we're
Find
gonna
out.
take some fire damage.
Find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk and let somebody who's getting near the front.
I'll
Okay.
go. It's fine.
If we all hold hands, it's like we're all holding it.
Do you want to suggest that?
I'd like to try it without the hand holding for a sec.
Aw.
Oh,
No, it's a
Denied.
it's a good idea, but I want to make sure that we actually know what causes it.
Why?
If you wanna hold
Okay, how
hands,
about
I'll hold
I'm
your
just gonna go ahead inside the bubble range and walk through the fire.
All right, you try to walk through the fire, and you are immediately kicked back, thrown on your back. You take 4 points of fire damage.
Hey.
Okay.
I want to test
Okay.
something out. I have a candle that's like a silver flame worship candle shit.
Yes.
I want to light that and see if I can walk through.
Come on, baby, light that candle.
All right. You light the candle, and it lights a familiar light. Are you then going to try to walk through?
Absolutely.
All right. You try to walk through, and then you are blasted back,
Ah,
and you take
Whoa.
2 points of fire damage.
I want to try.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to.
Madison.
Well, I'm going to. Wait, who? What god owns this church?
I
I
don't know if
asked
it's
that
a
out loud.
god. It's just the silver flame.
That is not true. Would you give me a history check, please?
Me?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Or religion check. Religion check.
With disadvantage, because
Oh.
you disagree with the DM.
That's not how
Quick
this
question.
works. Bite me.
What is
Michael, what were you gonna say?
what is Maven's alignment?
Oh, chaotic neutral.
Okay.
16.
16. Excuse me. 1 second.
Pocket, did you already try stepping in?
I haven't tried yet. I want to know who owns this church or represents.
So the Church of the Silver Flame doesn't exactly have a deity, but they do have a person that they pray to, and that is Tira Miron, the first person to hold the Silver Flame.
Can you tell me that?
Did I mention I blew out my candle?
Wait, do you tell me that,
Yes.
Ivy? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk up to it and be like, I respect the Silver Flame and Pyramura and honor to the flame, and I try to walk through it.
You get knocked on your back.
I hold Ivy's hand.
Points of fire damage.
Dang it.
Okay.
Yeah, I grab.
I'll take their.
everyone's
I'll take one of
hands
their
next to
hand
me.
claw.
Everybody grabs hands,
Yay!
and you go under the light of the lantern,
Yes.
and you all pass through unharmed.
Why did my candle work?
Hey.
Because your candle is not a candle of the Silver Flame. If you remember, when you lit it, it was just a normal ceremonial candle.
Oh, that's right. I asked if it was silver. I just, for some reason, I was like, it was definitely silver.
No, I got this.
Get out of the way.
So you pass through, and you see you're now at the front door of this dilapidated church.
I'm gonna go on in there.
Yeah.
You all
I'm going to
walk.
slowly and reverently walk around.
All right, is
I'm-
everyone
I'm-
staying within the light of the
Oh, we
lantern?
got it.
Okay, I'm
Why
gonna
not?
fervently stick with Ivy.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I guess that would be the safest way to do it, but I look around for anything good.
Yeah, I want to
I'm
still be
looking-
holding hands if I can.
I'm looking for the Child of Fury. That's kind of why we came here.
Okay. You all walk into this church, and Ivy, you can kind of see at certain points in time when this used to be a very beautiful church. The stained glass has been since broken into the pews and the beautiful wood that was carved here. Rusted and rotting. It looks like whoever was in charge of keeping up this church is long gone.
Probably because of fire. That wasn't sass. That was me,
Can I-
kind of
I'd
reverently.
like-
You do remember Peller
So-
saying that the church has not been on fire for years.
It was just recently lit on fire
Yes.
in the past week.
Asshole. Anyway, you all approach the front of the church, where there is a platform that leads to a wall with a very, very, very old and nearly broken and cracked tome with a silver spear head on it that is carved in the silver flame.
What do y'all nerdy fuckers want to go read that?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not read it. I mean, I'm not nerdy, but I'll read it.
The nerd fucker can read it.
Can I look around for any like symbols of people?
Sure.
Oh, hey, if anybody finds a language they can't read, I can read it for them. Keep that in mind.
Hello? Is okay.
Here we go.
For
Okay.
the low price of Maven being a nosy bitch.
Basically.
I was randomly kicked from the call. Did anything happen?
What?
I was kicked as well for some reason.
Yeah, weird, right?
Okay. What did you miss?
Kicked for being turbo nerds.
Kicked for walking out of the
Everything.
bubble.
Shush! What'd you miss?
Well, let's see. We were in the place, and you were talking about something.
More
Oh,
specific.
What was the last thing you heard?
I don't know.
Okay, so we are at the Church of
Mhm.
Silver Flame,
Yeah, I got that part.
and everyone
We
has
made it.
figured out how to get in, which was under.
Yeah,
Maven was about to read a thing.
the
Yeah.
church was still found an ancient tome with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks.
So Maven, you go up and you see that the tome is written in Elvish.
Ooh, I speak that.
You want to come be a nerd with me, or do you care about reading?
Ah, fucking nerds. Oh, nerd shit.
I don't actually give a shit now.
While Maven's doing that, I want to very carefully and slowly put my hand, my finger out of the bubble and see what happens.
All right. You pass out through, and nothing happens.
Cool. Let's leave the bubble.
What does the thing say?
There's just a phrase that says, "The flame cleanses, and the flame consumes. The flame protects." I'm sorry, the flame protects us all.
That is statistically untrue because it burnt me.
True. That's very true. This is a lie.
Hey, but it did consume you, so at least 1/3 of the thing was true.
You're right.
I will put 2/3 of my faith in what this says.
The cleanses
I
and
would like
consumes.
to leave the bubble and go look through other areas of this church.
Can you give me that saying again? Or does this look just like a hymnal or something?
The flame cleanses, the flame consumes, the flame protects us all.
Protects us all.
Also, this entire church is covered with the bubble, with this sphere of flame. So,
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
but as you check rooms, you notice that the place is abandoned. But Maven
Yes.
and Kiki, you notice there is some whispering coming from your ear.
Oh, good. Is there like a specific direction, or is it in our brain?
It is in your brain.
Hey, anyone else hear that whispering? Like in their brain? Like, is that just me?
What?
That I'm here?
Why are you here?
Oh, why are we here?
Oh. We're just looking around.
We're looking for the Child of Fury.
What are you? Who are you talking? Dude, are they
Fortunately,
saying
over
it loud?
Ivy. I think they've lost it.
I don't think.
Who brings
Roxanne, I never had it. Let's be honest.
What? It said something.
the lamp?
The lamp? What did that one say?
Who brings the wow?
The
no.
lamp.
The lamp?
God, you guys are the worst.
I'm sorry. You're
Michael,
you're
check
being
hangouts.
like all whispery and shit. I can't hear.
Yeah,
Because
speaking
everyone's
like
also talking, so shut up, everybody. Who brings us the lamp?
Is this Aladdin?
that's
I
Ivy.
don't hear this, do I?
Nope.
Okay, I'm relaying it to Ivy because I feel like she should be concerned by now. Do you want to say something? I don't want to speak for you.
I spent a couple of seconds just looking somewhat uncomfortable, and then I
Long pauses.
dropped the lamp.
You drop the lamp?
I dropped the shroud.
Okay. you
Meredith
dropped
and
the-
Brooke just dropped again.
I dropped
Oh, really?
I dropped the Brook. I dropped the Meredith.
Hold on, are
Nope.
you back?
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
I don't know why that keeps happening.
Me neither do I. I don't know what's going on.
Brooke's gone too, right?
Let's
Yeah,
wait for
Meredith, yeah.
Let's wait for Meredith.
Sorry.
There we
there's
go.
shit.
Everybody's back! Yay!
Mm.
All right. So as soon as you turn off the lamp, everyone, there is what looks to be a humanoid figure engulfed in silver flame, standing beside each of you.
Cool.
I flinch.
You
Can I
flinch, and your particular humanoid engulfed in flame starts walking towards you.
Oh, 2 for flinching.
That was funny.
I take out my maul and like hold it out in front of me.
All right.
I use my telepathy on my particular shade
Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
and see if I can just hear them. I don't know, just like who are you?
They all 6 of them are still approaching at you, and at this moment, I'm gonna need everybody to give me an initiative roll.
Damn it.
Oh man.
Crap.
I get advantage.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I will never succeed on an initiative.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
All right.
Oh,
so,
I rolled a 1.
Same here.
Okay,
We
guys.
got 3 natural ones.
No way. Josh's hope and optimism gone.
25 to 20.
That's what I get for fucking rolling at 1 natural 20 in the past like 8 weeks.
23. All right. 20 to 15.
16.
All right. 15 to 10. All right.
It's a sad one. Guys.
Also, don't forget
Uh,
it's you add your dexterity modifier as well.
10 to
Yeah.
5.
I got a 5.
7.
Oh, if we're adding dexterity, I forgot. That's actually a 20. Sorry. I'm sorry. I
No,
forgot.
it doesn't matter. I mean, you're still in the same place. You said 7, Kiki.
Hey, correct.
Okay. 5 to 0.
5.
3.
2.
Way to go, guys.
I'm in a bad place.
I'm trying to communicate with this thing for as long as possible until it just
I was hoping to say something before combat started.
All right, Vorksan, you are here. Within. I'm not saying they are attacking you, but you are in a hostile environment.
We can't hear you, Michael.
He's not doing anything.
I haven't. Yeah, I'm delineating. I haven't said any. All I've said is
Okay.
So you've missed my
Would I?
Really
Hey,
Really
Josh,
glad to add that in the conversation.
Josh, would I be able to say that thing that I didn't get to say beforehand, or is it too late for that?
You will on your turn.
So okay, you said each of us have a shade near us. How close is near?
5 feet.
Okay, so are we like shoulder to shoulder? Do they appear like in front of us?
They're facing you.
Okay, so in front of us?
Like a flame mirror of each of you, kind of.
So in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of want to. I'd like to hold my action, in case it moves at me. But I want to. Can I use a free action to address it?
Sure.
I just kind of want to stare at it. I recognize we are in your space, and I respect you. I'm not going to attack you, but I will retaliate. And I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Solace?
I want to use Divine Sense.
Right. So that is for fiends and demons, right?
Well, Initially, it just says the presence of strong evil registers as a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I can also detect celestial fiends or undead.
Okay. So, as soon as you grab or as soon as you concentrate on your tattoo, there's a ringing in your ears, but instead of it being like sweet heavenly rings, it's more yelling. What does that mean?
Right.
Instead of hearing like oh, you just hear the flame ringing in your ear.
Gotcha. Also, with this, within 60 feet, I can detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. I know we're in a church, which technically is consecrated, but
this entire church has been consecrated or defiled in some manner.
okay, that doesn't help me find anything then. Okay. I guess I'll tell the squad that they're not evil.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna walk toward the thing.
Are you gonna step in its space?
I mean, it's coming towards me, isn't it?
It's 5 feet away from you. So are you gonna step into it, or are you gonna just step closer to it?
I guess I'll step into it. Why not?
All right. As everyone looks and sees Solace step into it, almost like a cocoon, the flames wrap around Solace.
Cameron, hush! I can't hear.
Sorry.
Wrap around Solace, and then you see the flames intensify and engulf him, and then he disappears from your sight.
Oh, shit, this is some trial shit all over again.
Oh yeah.
Bye, guys!
Again, Solace, first one.
I mean, I figured because they weren't evil, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It is Kiki's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. The other flames move closer to you all. They are now about 1 to 2 feet from touching you.
Okay. Hey, so I cut out a bunch on some stuff. So, what? A brief synopsis on Solace's turn. I'm sorry.
Solace walked into the flame. The flame consumed him, and he disappeared.
Also, I determined that the shadows were not evil.
Yes.
Okay. Oof. I don't know, man. I don't think I want to walk into a flame and disappear. So, you know what? I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna do nothing.
All right. Maven.
I walk in.
All right. You see the flames consume Maven, and Maven disappears. Pocket.
Pocket?
Your
Meredith.
microphone is muted, Meredith.
Sorry. Okay. So I look at the flame, and I look at where Solace was, and then I look at Kiki, and I give a worried look, and I just drop my arms and just kind of walk through the flame with my head down.
Walk into the flame, and you two are consumed by the flame. Ivy.
So far, that's the only part of it that checks out.
I look it square in the face with the lantern still in my hand. I am the one who brings the lamp.
Dramatic bitch.
Are you walking into it, or are you staying where you are?
I'll walk into it. Yeah.
All right, you are consumed as well. Vorkstand, it's your turn. You're off.
I guess it did walk closer to me, so I didn't use my reaction. But I'm gonna not do the attack thing, and I'm gonna kind of drop my guard a little bit and step into the space with the flames.
You are consumed as well, and you feel a searing pain on the hand that was burnt before as it heals itself as you are consumed.
It protects us all.
It heals too. Nice.
But most importantly,
Kiki, you are the last one here.
Fine, I'll walk in the freaking flame.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Wait. Are my 2 points of damage healed?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Okay.
mine too?
I forgot I didn't mark both of y'all, so yes.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. So you are all
Cool, so-
consumed. You are all consumed by flame, and the visual for this is very interesting. You see a tunnel of just, you know how the attack fire spin works.
Yes.
It's like that, but with silver flames.
ooh,
As
pimpin'.
you're all kind of transported through this like flume of fire, and you all end up in the same space as you were, but within a very pristine looking church, very similar to the one that you were once in.
Is it an illusion?
I don't know. Maybe.
You all want to look around this space?
Can
Yeah.
we get transported
Yes.
back in time? Is it
I
the
hope
same
not.
church, but
Forward.
just nicer looking?
God machines infrastructure.
Yeah, what's around? Is that tome still there?
The tome is still there. It is in much more clean condition.
Hmm.
I'm going to go to the door and open it. Like the door that we came in through, maybe?
You open
Or
the
the back
door.
door?
Yeah, you open the door that you came in, and you see the familiar wall of silver flame. But you kind of peer through it a little bit, and you see a much younger city.
Guys, we got transported back in time.
That's cool, but how do we get back?
So as you all kind of turn your heads and look around, you see a wispy specter of a person come through pocket, entering the door, kind of
Oh.
entering and exiting out
What the heck?
pocket, and coming up to where there looks to be a bunch of other same size, varying lengths and widths of silver specters that are look to be greeting each other. And as it kind of focuses in, you see what looks to be a young girl with her blonde hair braided in a bun, and she looks to be a very, very young cleric who is paying homage to this church. Solace, you recognize her immediately as the Child of Fury, who is seemingly praying. And Ivy, you recognize the vibe of this is what this church used to be. There are many here, including a priest who is giving this child a very big hug after greeting her. And you see the illusion of the church kind of blur for a minute. Fast forward in pocket, if you're still kind of looking outside, you kind of see the time speed up around you. And then it fast forwards to what looks to be something that resembles more close to present day Cauldera. There being riots in the streets, and you kind of turn back and everyone looks, and the church is a lot less empty. There are a lot less specters in here, and an older, wiser version of this child walks in the same area, kind of walks in through Pocket, and she looks distressed. She finds another specter that looks to be on the floor, and she just kind of looks down. Spectre seemingly looks to be either dead or someone who had died in that spot. And then you all hear a very loud but reserved kind of moan, just and then you are all kind of transported back to this dilapidated area. But instead of the tome has been broken in two, and a arcane door of fire has arisen from where the tome was. And you see a woman who is about 5'10" walk through the portal with dirty blonde hair kind of covering most of her eyes, and you kind of see her eyes are very silver, and she has huge, like, dark bags under her eyes. But she has the most pristine looking breastplate armor on, and she looks to be wearing the armor of a paladin. And then you see her pull out a spear, a quite long spear with that similar head with a spear on top of it, and it is glowing brightly with the flame, with this silver flame. She puts it in the ground as she steps out.
Nice entrance.
Why have you come here?
My goddess suggested looking for you for help in our mission.
What is your mission?
To take down the Merchant Kings.
What is that noise? Is that a TV
I didn't hear
or
anything.
something? Sounds like a TV. Anyway. The one who brought the lamp, step forward.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Ivy.
I was here to help with the mission, but also to get answers.
What?
Where did you find this?
It was given to me. I was told that it reflected part of what was in me.
It is something of a relic of my church. A bit of a taboo, really.
Taboo?
It uses both good and evil energy to come to a common goal. And she looks immediately at you, Solace. Something similar of which could happen here.
What?
A good force and an evil force coming together to reach a common goal.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess. I guess that's what's happened here.
Know this. If I help you, the end of Cauldera does not stop with this kings. No, no. The roots of the evil of this city have been here since it was founded. This city must burn.
Mm.
The innocent lives here must flee, and I will give my ample warning before. But after, this city will know my rage.
So, like, are you planning on helping all those innocent people get out of here? Or are you just gonna be like, yo, leave? Because, you know, that's kind of hard for some people.
I've been doing what I can.
Which is?
Well, I blew up a district.
That was supposed to be helping the people?
Everyone who was in the district was out before it blew up. Well, all of the innocents.
Right.
What qualifies as innocent to you?
What qualifies as not innocent to you?
What?
What qualifies as not innocent to you?
Oh, she likes to answer questions with questions. Okay.
Anyone who has done a person or a people harm, who has killed, stolen, beaten, extorted, slain, raped, torn asunder.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah, because I think about half of us are thieves right now.
I've done like half of those things. So.
I do mean in the name of good or self-sustaining. I mean in the name of evil.
Okay, so people who have not, like, repented from that.
People who steal from the poor. People who...
Or have stolen.
People who pervert the balance of good and evil.
Are you the one who decides that?
It is the flame that decides this.
Solace, this is sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Does anybody else want to say anything?
Honestly, like, who are you to judge? I mean, you've been killing people already, so you're kind of doing the same thing on deciding who is good and who is evil. So why can't this person be the same?
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to work with her because I don't trust her.
I do think burning Cauldera to the ground is a little overkill.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I mean, Solace's goal is to destroy the hierarchy of merchants, not to literally raise the city.
Yeah.
If one would convince me that there is an alternative.
The alternative is we destroy the merchant kings and the people that support them, and then you let the people of the city take it over and rebuild it.
Cut the head off the snake instead of exploding the snake.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
I have
Me?
a question.
That was Nathan, but first, Ivy, what was your question?
What is this origin of evil that you spoke of? This impurity that's been Caldera's roots.
I came to this city about 20 years ago to meet my brother, who had been charged with taking care of this church. I come to town to find that he has been put to work elsewhere. That many of the people who worked and kept up with this church have either been killed, sold into human trafficking, or been put to debt by one of the merchant kings. I tried to speak up, tell the authorities what happened. They threw me in jail.
Well, I mean, the Merchant Kings are the authorities, so.
I did not know this at the time. I had been thrown in jail for 4 months without trial. And in the 4 months I was in jail, I learnt of who they put in jail. Not ruffians, not murderers or killers, but folk like you. Folk on the streets that are just trying to get by. I started to learn the things of this city and how deep they go. Solace, you are a native, yes?
Close enough.
Solace, you do not know how deep it goes.
I think I do, actually.
There are forces here that play with life and death.
Why do you think I've been doing what I've been doing for years now? And I've been accomplishing it without blowing up the entire city.
Can I take my persuasion roll now?
Yes.
Do I have advantage since Solace was arguing too?
Yes.
Am I to assume that I took a short rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, not since the sorry.
I mean, it was hours ago.
Yeah, but you didn't rest, so fuck it.
Okay, so 26. It's a natural 19.
Yep. You see her resolve falter a little bit. I will help you. And I will also show you some of the things that you may not have seen. And if you still think there is a way to save this city without it burning, then I will concede to it.
Alright, Ghost of Christmas Past.
I didn't know you read A Christmas Carol. I would not have pegged you for the kind of person to do that.
You are both very rude.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
For what? What?
Nothing.
Good comparisons.
Are we supposed to like revere this person that wants to like?
No,
Well,
but maybe you could, not break characters. Say, oh,
No.
I wasn't breaking character.
I wasn't breaking character. I told Solace, I was like, hey, I wouldn't have expected you to read literally anything ever. Which I guess is rude in itself, but it was totally in character.
Yeah, I was being in
I meant
character
the
too.
comment about the Ghost of Christmas Past, but whatever.
That was me being in character. I mean, I guess a Christmas Carol doesn't exist in this world, but if it did, I was being in character.
Okay.
You also got to remember that we're also here to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I laughed.
Sorry. What do you ask of me?
Solace, you're the one who talked to your god about her.
Really, I was just given the idea that you might know how to find the enforcers of the Merchant Kings. They're supposed to be having some kind of big meeting, and where we need help finding when it's going to happen and where.
If you can find out who, I can find out where.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Crabsies.
should we? How do we get into contact with you?
Take my stave in the front.
Okay, is it safe to touch? Because last time I touched something in the church, I got burned.
It is safe now, yes.
Okay.
Take the stave and plant it in the ground. And I will be there.
Okay. Well,
Cool. I guess we're gonna go do that then.
all right.
So are we back in like our time now?
Yeah, it at the end it had dilapidated
Okay.
after the vision you had seen.
Yeah, the whole meeting with her has been like in our time.
So I'm gonna do the D&D version of finger guns and get on out of there.
Would it? Wait. Would it be like a finger bow and arrow thing?
I don't know. Vorksan was doing finger guns.
We've been finger gunning at each other this entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Me and Vorksan have been finger gunning
there's
back
no
and forth
D&D
forever.
version. It's,
It probably makes sense, like hand crossbows, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Finger
Okay.
bow.
Oh, finger bows.
Where's my notebook? Oh, there it is.
And
Okay,
you're gunning it out of this church.
so walking out of the church, do I see a staff anywhere?
You see a stave in right before the wall of flame.
Okay.
That's the one that Ivy was gonna just grab.
Yeah.
yeah,
That would have.
okay.
I figured now that Ivy has learned that would have ended very poorly.
Oh, Meredith and Brooke are going.
They keep getting kicked out for some reason. and it's-
Yeah, it's weird.
They talked about that when we started. This is gonna
Yeah.
come out.
I know.
So do you guys want me to just add it to the bag of holding?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 silver flame stave.
You pull
I
it out of the
wouldn't-
ground. As you pull it out of the ground, the wall of flame around the church disappears and falls.
Ooh. I think the question then becomes:
What's the question?
does it put up one of those anywhere we go?
It might. That'd be interesting to test out, but we probably shouldn't like call her like willy nilly.
Yeah, we
Right.
should definitely wait till we have something a little more concrete. So she said she needed a who for her to find a where. So Solace does I forget your pseudo mother's name.
Paula.
Poller. Does Poller have well obviously Poller got some information from her employees, but could we maybe get a name of the person who gave her this first tip about the fact that there was a gathering and we can start from there? Or should we just go around beating up well off looking types and hoping they have the answers that we're looking for?
I mean, I guess we could go back and ask Paula, but typically,
Solace, you also remember asking about where Haven was as well.
yeah. But typically the customers don't give their names, so it's not likely. Instead, we might want to go find my mentor.
Okay, we're in your turf. I'm following your lead, Solace.
So let's head on to the sewers.
Yeah.
All right, the best
Wait, what?
part of the city.
Ivy, what?
The last time we went down into sewer places, it okay.
It's okay. Anais will protect us down there.
Okay. All right.
And Solace, you're more comfortable with the sewers here because they are also quite wide and less claustrophobic than the underlabyrinth that you had been in.
Yeah, I mean, I ran around down here all the time when I was a kid, so I'm used to that much at least.
Is there any thieves' cant or anything just kind of around as we're walking through here? I mean, I imagine there's like tons of it, but is there anything that like stands out?
Any what?
There's a couple of places that point out meeting spots.
do they look like super old writing or more recent
Some
writing?
of them are older, some of them are recent. There's different meeting spots. Meredith Brooke.
Yeah.
Is there anything you needed me to repeat?
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I have no idea how, like, what's doing it.
I don't know. Both me and Mare are on our phones. I can't use
Yeah.
my computer for these anymore, so I guess for
Oh,
whatever reason.
Really? Huh. Okay. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
you guys make your way through the sewers, and Solace, you kind of leading the way. You start to see piles of trash kind of lead toward a central area, and you're like, "Yep, okay, this way."
Mhm.
Give me a yeah, just give me a intelligence check.
Solace is not very smart. That's a 12.
All right. It takes you a little bit longer, but you managed to find the right path, and you're getting familiar with it now. It opens up into a crossroads, or four-way area of the sewer, and you see a big trash heap pile with a juxtaposingly big carving into a slab of wood of Anaiath's symbol, which is a hand reaching towards what looks to be white stars or pointy things, and
Mhm.
to the left and right of them are blackened triangles. Within a is this the whole hand within a triangle, right? Right.
Yes.
Like within a triangle, reaching up,
Mhm.
and you have stepped into this space.
Welcome to the largest shrine of Anaiath in Cauldera,
Awesome.
in the
Ooh.
sewer. Isn't it lovely?
Absolutely.
It's.
Ivy.
Sorry, she kind of like breathed in something. That wasn't me
It's
trying to be
probably
irreverent. Yeah, it was probably actually some.
So Anaiath made it seem like Haven was around here somewhere. Hey, old man!
Oh god.
I'm over here. Is that you, Solace?
Yeah, it's me.
You come find me.
No.
Really, I just need you to step to the left,
You know what?
like 2 feet.
Hey, guys, don't move. I'm gonna pick up something and throw it over there.
Okay, you throw it over there, and you see a big old stink cloud flume up about 5 to 10 feet over where you are. And you
Uh-huh.
see an old man in rags jump out in front of the cloud going, "I gotcha!"
Yeah, you sure did. What's up?
Damn it. Hello.
You should know better by now, Haven. You gotta do better than that.
Haven't done it to anyone in a long time.
I haven't been down here in a long time.
It's a little dirty. And he kind of looks at the trash heap.
Just a little bit.
What can I do for you, child?
Well, I came back. These are some, I don't know. It's also struggling with describing you guys.
Friends? Colleagues?
Friends?
Friends?
We'll go with colleagues for now. If that
Sure, Haven. It's one of those. Anyway, and we've come back to finish my work here. But Pollar's told me that there's supposed to be some big meeting going on, and we need to find out who's going to be there.
Let me look. Give me one moment. And you see him dive into the pile of trash that is around him, almost like he, is swimming through or tunneling through the garbage. A minute or two goes by. If anybody has any questions about what's going on, feel free to ask them while he is searching.
Solace, is this where you did your training, like, as a child?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. I can see...
This is...
I mean, no offense, but this seems like your kind of place.
Yeah, it's kind of like home. Yeah, it's like my second home, other than the brothel. Yeah, that's Haben. He's the paladin that trained me.
He's eccentric.
Oh, for sure.
Aha! And you see a long, skinny old arm pop out of the trash.
This is old arm.
He's very old.
Crawls out. I don't look as dashing when I'm not wearing my armor, so you wait. You'll see me. I look sexy. Yes. So, it's amazing what you'll find in people's garbage these days. I have a meeting of one Jimmy the Gob, whatever filthy name that is. Looks like he is a member of the summit. Looks like he is supposed to be meeting some clients. Oh, tonight. That's convenient.
Certainly is.
Anyway, he works in the realty company, so he's probably going to be beating up some old defenseless people for their money. If you manage to, I don't know, you could follow him. What are you looking for?
Answers.
Vague.
We are looking for the meeting of the 6 enforcers. That's supposed to be
They're
happening
gone.
sometime soon.
Yeah, they're gone again. Shit. Okay. Well, most of the merchants enforcers don't like to keep a paper trail or anything, but
Of course.
as far as what I can give you, this is a good start. You could try and follow him or kidnap one of his underlings and see where he's gonna be. Do you have a day on when it's going to be?
3 days from now, right?
Oh, was that? I tried to write everything down, but I don't remember.
That's what
she
Pollard
said.
was. That's Pollard was saying. As well,
Okay.
2 days from now.
All right.
Yes. All right. 3 days. So you could coordinate meetings and hopefully find something that lines up. You got Jimmy the Gob here, and he kind of ruffles through his cloak. There's one for Vinalia. She's a nasty one. She works for the Eclipse Entertainment. She's probably going to be at a gala event tonight and tomorrow, so you might pay her a visit, see where she's going in the next 3 days. I think 2 should help. If there's 2 of these enforcers going, you could, well, you might find one more. If there's 3 enforcers going to the same place, it's probably that meeting you're talking about.
Sounds great, Haven.
That's all I've found amongst my horde here.
Is Cauldera keeping a 9th happy?
Well, we try. Cauldera's getting a little hotter by the day.
Mm-hmm. Is Rune getting any stronger here?
I haven't seen anybody from Rune since you attacked.
Huh.
But
Seems convenient.
that doesn't mean that followers of Rune aren't outside these walls. So, I imagine as soon as its defenses are breached, you could very well see them funnel in.
Well,
But for now,
You
we're
keep-
protected here. He kind of
of course.
looks up at his shrine, smiles at it. If you need anything else, you know I'll be here. I don't tend to move around very often. Decided I would move back to this one because it makes me happy the most.
Of course, of course. And then I want to slip by when we're leaving. I want to slip by and like slide a foot behind his foot and trip him.
Give me a sleight of hand. Ooh.
Ooh. 20.
Ah, you got an 18. So you see, your foot goes in front of him, and his foot. He's like, "Ha!" And then you trip his other foot, and he just
Uh-huh.
into the trash. Flips you off as you all start walking out of the.
See, old man.
I know. It's like the Matrix. I know Kung got you. Show me.
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
We've done much worse than that to each other over the years.
All right, if you guys.
So-
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, should we look for Jimmy or Vanalia?
Do we have some place to sleep?
I don't have enough context for either of them. Oh, one.
I mean, I don't know anything about them either.
You've been told where they might be based on who they work for.
Yeah.
Which one? I don't know. It doesn't matter to me.
Why does it have to be an either or? I know that the 6 of us splitting up is dangerous, but
Every time.
Let's not.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds as good as anything else we can do.
Heads is slipped apart.
Heads for Vanalia, tails for Jimmy. Oh, it's heads. We're going to find Vanalia.
Vanalia. Vanalia.
All right.
But it's 11:15 now. I think this was probably a good place to stop.
It
Yeah.
laughs again.
What does everybody think?
I wouldn't mind stopping.
It's probably better, yeah, so
Yeah,
that
not
we
to
can
mention
actually.
Brooke and Meredith keep dropping out.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna
know.
go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and end here tonight. So everybody, be thinking about what you want to do to peek in on Vanalia for 2 weeks from now. So you guys are fully embraced in the city of Cauldera, and now you're going out into the night to find out
It went
more
well.
about the enforcers.
Yeah, good game, people.
Other than the dropping, but
Yeah.
it was
Chapter 19, Sin City, or Den of Thieves.
I was gonna call it Caldera City of Class.
Okay. It was supposed to be, yeah, it's like a wise man, like a wise young man's once said, it's about to be Caldera City of Ass.
Hey,
Yes.
if anybody has
Do
any,
you guys? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say if anybody has any questions, I can answer them now. But go ahead with your question.
I cool. Same roll.
I was just gonna say, did you guys like my NPCs?
Yeah.
There's just 2 of them, but
okay.
I love them.
So who's Vanalia? I missed that.
She's one of the enforcers for the Merchant
She,
King.
she works for Eclipse Entertainment. That's important. she's at some gala event at some house of debauchery, and
I'm so sorry.
and Jimmy Jimmy the Gob is going out collecting tonight. So,
I'm going to cut the
He sounds like
recording.
easier to get to.
Yeah, I was gonna